your dick hard while Jeremy's in the back screaming, you fucking retard. Come on, guys, let's get this fucking show done. Tyler's got a black and white movie to watch for fun. Moodz just trying to work with what he's got, cause JP just sits looking at Carly like, bro, this chick's hot. You must be out your mind, bro, if you don't listen to us. Just jump aboard with Jeremy and take the short bus. You wanna diss our show? Bro, we got news for you. For every joke you throw, we dish out 22. That's not a shot at you, that's a shot of Moodz. 22 shots that'll make you black and blue. We're the 22 shot crew, ready to destroy your ears. Reviewing movies all day while we drinking beer. 22 shot crew, and we're here to stay, making horror history every fucking day. Moodz is a legend for fuck's sake. They say his dick is the size of Camp Crystal Lake, and we're all wondering how much of it Jeremy can take. You wanna hear my opinion, says JP as he rants, but we all love this motherfucking maxi can. Tyler spitting out info, every little spec, every single movie, there's nothing he can wreck. He's a god amongst men, yo, that's his flex. He loves horror, and that's a fact check. We the best and the rest, that's no contest. Do you feel that knife in your back digging out through your chest? You got your top 10 list, bro, we do that shit every year. You gotta take down notes, bro, we do that while drinking beer. You got a problem with us? Well, Moodz has got something to say. I'm from Canada. So before you get mad and hit that thumbs down, remember we will lyrically leave you like a clown that's down. So don't frown, we record everything that may occur. So buckle up, fuckers. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You think you got enough to prove we're kings of underground horror things? We'll flip you the middle finger while we take our swings. There's no drug in the world that can cure those things. Our show keeps getting better, we're ahead by far. You can listen to us while you dumping bodies in the backseat of your car. So fuck you if you don't know who we are. It's the only horror show that will forever last. So if you think we're sick, then whip out your dick and listen to 22 shots. A Moodz and Horror Podcast. Yes, y'all, it's going down right now. Episode 304 of the Triple Shots and Moodz and Horror Podcast is coming at you live and direct with the homie JP, also known as the Mexicans. And of course, we got Mr. No Fact Checks Tyler, also known as Mr. Saucedo, and back in the house, representing the No More Room in Hell and Fresh Cuts Podcast, we got Mike, the Snore Merryman. And I'd be your host, the Toxic Offender, Moodz. Yeah. What's going on, dudes?
What up?
I had a good burp in the chamber and I lost it.
Yeah. Alrighty. So episode 304, Mario Bava Volume 3. Yeah, man. Mikey back on the show.
Yeah, I landed on a good week. Like Bava, it's hard to go wrong with. So
yeah, no doubt, right? No doubt. Have you been on any of the Italian horror months before?
Yeah, he did.
I want to say yes, but
Aldo
it's been a minute.
Lotto, I think.
Oh, right.
Aldo
Okay.
Lotto.
I know you've been on the show so many times. I just can't remember if you ever did an Italian month show, but Aldo Lotto, crazy. But,
I think that was the one because I wasn't here for that one. It was you and Venom and.
Oh, right. Yeah. What? Yeah, I don't remember what show it was. Yeah, I remember that. Crazy. Yeah, so that was a couple years back. That was
The only one I remember JP not being there for was one of the earlier Bava ones.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was the one with Tom. That was after this, I think.
Yeah.
Wasn't there one you weren't there for?
We did one last year, I think, with Tom. Was it
This is what I remember.
No, it was 3 years ago.
Oh, 3 or 2 years. Yeah.
No. It was over 5 years ago, I think.
Yeah,
Was it that long ago?
Because I remember that was one where you did a movie I own from him, but just
Yeah, because I think I was at my
what?
other job at the time.
You know what? It was a bunch of years ago because that was before Tom even moved from Buffalo. He was still living in Buffalo. He doesn't even live there anymore. So yeah, crazy. But yeah, Mario Bava Volume 3. And what we got lined up for y'all tonight is we're going to take it back to 1963 with what a lot of people say is to be the very first Giallo film, kind of set the stage for what we get for like the next 20 years. The Girl Who Knew Too Much from 1963. Also from 1963, we got the infamous anthology Black Sabbath and 1965's Planet of the Vampires. Have you guys seen these films before?
I've seen it all.
I've
yeah.
only seen Planet of the Vampires.
Oh. What? You'd never seen Black Sabbath before?
No.
Oh, right, because we just
literally
talked about
that last.
Yeah.
I know. I just said that. I
I've
think
seen all
it's just
these-
shocking to me because, yeah, it's right. You were telling about the clips from the water one. Yeah, that's so shocking because it's just like just one of those big, highly regarded anthology films you think that you would at least seen once, but
I've seen them all, but I've only seen them once before, and they're probably all around the same time because I bought all these from Kino.
Right.
$9.99.
Yeah, Black Sabbath is the only one I've seen recently. The other two I had seen like a long time ago. And it's funny because after our big chat and figuring out like the other day, I think it was Friday, like the Italian one versus the American one, I was like, oh, I'll watch the Italian version because we were going over like what order the stories are in and all that. And
yeah.
Because I had seen it recently in the proper order of the Italian version, I thought the one on Prime was that. And then I was watching it and I was like, hey, this isn't supposed to be first. And I was like, oh, this isn't the Italian.
Yeah, I could totally see them having the AIP versions on there.
But it made me confused because I can't I don't own it. So wherever I watched it, which it was only like a few months ago, somewhere that I watched it did have the Italian version. It just wasn't Prime.
Was it not on Shudder?
Probably was Shudder.
It might have been Shudder.
I'm pretty sure that they had the Italian version of Black Sabbath on there because they added a bunch of.
I know that the Italian version is on Tubi.
Yeah,
maybe. It could have been Tubi. I don't know.
I just got lucky. Like I probably bought those Blu-rays without trying to buy any intentional version, and I just got lucky, I guess.
Yeah,
I never thought that they would have fucking two different discs for different cuts. Like
I think they have. I think that's the issue of Black Sunday too. Where,
they stopped doing that though, from what I understand.
Yeah, that's why those older Arrow editions are so nice because they're one package. You get both versions. You don't have to buy separate releases. So stupid. But I never understood like AIP recutting these films and just like basically editing them. Like, you know what I mean? Like with Black Sabbath, like the very first story that's in that, they changed that up a little bit. They took out the lesbian undertones in the first story, and I think they take out like.
They rearranged the stories, right?
That was
like
too risque for us.
They rearranged the stories, which really makes no sense to do. I don't know why you would even.
I actually now
they didn't want you to leave. They're like, we're going to put the really good one first, so you stay.
Well, right. Yeah. Well, that's a very American thing to do, honestly. But I think like watching this movie and then knowing the order of what it was with the AIP version. I think hands down that the order that it's in the Italian version is the best way to order them.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
It definitely is because I don't know. Maybe I should save it for when we actually get into the movie because I was going to bring that up because this is actually the first time I saw the AIP version. And it kind of made me feel different about one of the stories, and it could have to do with the order they were shuffled in versus the Italian version, but I'll leave all that for.
So I've now seen most of Bava's horror efforts. At this point, I think the only thing I'm missing is Kill Baby Kill. If that's, I don't know what that. If that's like
I've seen that one.
Or
that's cool.
That one's on Prime too.
Shock, which I'll be watching next week, and I think that's Hercules in the Haunted World. Maybe
I haven't seen Bear and Blood.
There is another, like Mario Bava's very last film is the only one I haven't seen, and it's part of that that Severance set that came out. It was a part of a TV series. There were 6 movies that they did for this like TV series, and they're full length movies. Yeah, Devil's Game, and so Mario Bava, I think he's at the very last one in that series of films. So I actually have it sitting out right now. I'm going to get into it this month, so I'll eventually see that. But that's the only thing I haven't seen. But it just got released. Like it had no release over here forever. So
what's that one called? The
Devil's Game.
Devil's Game. It was a series of, and they're full length movies. They're like 80,
There's
90
two
minute movies.
Yeah,
There's two movies.
I'm looking at it right now. The one's 60 minutes. The Venus of Ew. Looks like a father-son effort. And
I think one of them's Lambert Bava and is yeah.
And then I wonder, is this all 3 of them? Oh yeah, then there's like one that this must be an anthology. It's like an anthology series. So there's one.
It's a TV show, bro. Pay attention.
I see. Okay.
It was a TV series. It was a TV series that they did. Yeah, and
were you
they're all
confused when we
individual
said
movies.
it's a TV series?
No, because I'm looking at the letter. I'm looking at the letterbox page, like where Mario Bava's filmography, and there's like one for the series, and then there's one for his feature in the series.
Why is Kaltiki not listed on here?
It should be. That's weird.
He's not credited. Sometimes it decides he's co-director. It'll come in and out of his filmography. Funny enough.
But after watching almost all of Bava's horror work, I gotta say, man, I don't think he's as good as people say he is.
I kind of agree with that. I think he's more
had been overrated, bro.
I think he's more influential.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's definitely a great director.
All three of these movies are shot and they're sequenced so fucking well.
Like when people compare and say that, you know, he's better than like Argento and stuff, like I don't see it.
But I mean, it's probably story wise though too. If you look at just the actual idea of filmmaking, like yeah, Argento's stories are probably a lot better for sure. Like, but in terms of actual filmmaking, I mean, Mario Bava's films they're pretty flawless to me, anyways. Like cinematography is amazing. He creates such good atmosphere. I mean, they're edited so well. I mean, the progression. I mean,
yeah, they're good. Like he does a good job. Like, he's one of the best films. For sure.
I just want to put him in the same tier as.
I don't think his highs reach the heights of Fulci and Argento.
I agree. I think if you lined up like their top 5 films, like he gets bodied.
Yeah, but like that's not to say he's not great. Like,
no, I would honestly might put him number 3. Those two are just their own tier, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Blood and Black Lace is probably his best movie.
I would agree. I think Blood and Black Lace is like the movie of his that for me like competes the most with.
Yeah, it actually got to that next like upper echelon of.
I love the soundtrack too. I know a lot of people don't, but I love that. Just like.
Yeah, Black Sunday for me, man.
Black Sunday is great too.
It's good.
I like Black Sunday.
Black Sunday is good.
Interesting.
Honestly, all of his movies are good. Like I haven't watched any that I didn't like.
Blood and Black
I would probably say
one I go back to all the time.
Probably like my least favorite one is like Hatchet for a Honeymoon or something.
I like that one. That one's fun.
I like it too, but I'm just saying if I was gonna like put something at the bottom, it might be that one. I
don't really like Lisa and the Devil.
I remember liking it, but Lisa. I can't remember anything about it.
I love Lisa and the Devil.
I almost watched it the other day, but
you got to see the recut version, man. Oh my god, that shit! The fact that they put like a total like possession angle into it is crazy. It's like a total Exorcist ripoff. It's fucking so wild how they recut this movie and made a totally different movie out of it.
Yeah, House of Exorcism. I watched that for 75.
Oh, Telly Savalas is fucking amazing.
Yeah, because the Kino has both cuts on that disc.
I actually did it once. I watched both versions back to back, and it's literally like watching 2 different movies. It's crazy. It's fucking wild. So,
damn, he did a lot of work in '63, man.
Yeah, 63 was busting out. I think one of my least favorite Mario Bava films is probably Danger Diabolique. I'm not like the biggest fan of that one. It's kind of goofy.
That's his most popular film. It's not a horror movie.
It's not. It's like it's almost like a James Bond type thing. It's weird.
That's his most popular movie I haven't seen.
Yeah, the tone of the movie, like it's really well made, but it's just the tone that kind of throws me off. I'm just not really a big fan of it. And plus, I'm not really big into like Italian comedies and stuff like that. Like they never really fully work for me. So
yeah,
it's just goofy. It's just like when you're used to watching like Mario Bava's like horror films and you watch that, you're like, this is weird. It's off-putting.
Yeah, I would definitely say that like the influence and for a guy born in 1914, like sort of the way that he cultivated a style and stuff like that, I definitely think he's like one of the more influential filmmakers ever.
Wow. I mean, he was, I mean, even with Black Sabbath and stuff like that, right? Like it was the first, I think it's considered to be the first color Italian film, right? Is it something like that?
I'd like to check out.
Fact check that, but I think it's something like that. Like I think it was because 1963 is pretty fucking early for color in Italy. And actually, most of the films that came out around that time were all still in black and white. So
I'm trying to think, are there any films I've seen before that?
No, I don't think there's any color films because Italy basically was only about 4 years old at that point. Like, I mean, late 50s, you know, there was a couple films that were done 57, 58. But I mean, the film industry in Italy was so much in its infancy still in 1963. So everything was shot in black and white.
Have you ever seen Hercules, in the center of Earth?
I actually own it. I've never,
because that one's in color.
yeah.
That's 1961.
Is it 1961? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that movie was shot. Did they put color to it after?
I have no clue. I'm just looking at the trailers. That actually looks pretty fucking cool, honestly. I would like to watch this.
I wonder if that's one of the ones that they colorized. I can't remember, but I don't know. Black Sabbath.
It has a horror tag.
It's very early
Uh-oh.
color. So
Hercules in the Haunted World has a horror tag.
yeah,
Yeah, I've seen that one.
I just watched it. I just watched it the other day for the first time. I'd never seen it before. I always forgot about that movie.
I don't remember a lick.
It's pretty fun, man. Like the horror sequences that are in the film they're so Mario Bava. Like they're just so atmospheric and just like the set pieces are just so awesome. Pretty cool. I just never really thought of like Hercules and horror putting together. It just seems like it's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But kind of works though. It kind of works. It's really fun. The movie rips by. So
What was his last film? Was it those TV things?
yeah, because he died.
Oh yeah, they came out after he died.
Yeah, he died. I think in
Holy shit,
like 1980.
80.
Yeah, so he died the year that. Yeah, they were fully done. Like he did those films.
Well, obviously,
yeah,
they came out,
but he hadn't done anything in a while. Like Shock was like, I think his last like kind of theatrical film that he had. I think it's 75. Was it 75?
77. It says on Letterboxd.
77. Yeah, 77. So and then yeah, those two little
dude.
TV
honestly,
things.
like Black Sabbath. I didn't really look at when it came out, but I would have guessed late 60s, early 70s. But goddamn, 1963. That's hella early.
It is, man. It's also probably because it's in color too. If it was in black and white, you'd probably think it was earlier.
Right? Yeah, probably. But I would be honestly very annoyed if that movie was in black and white.
Yeah, it's fucking beautiful.
Because the color, like skin tones and like honestly, like the color is a really important part of that movie.
Well, look how atmospheric the second story
sure.
gets in it. Like having that color palette in that, like with the like kind of like the bluish gray.
Even the
hues that
third
are in the
story,
background.
it's very colorful.
Yeah.
Yeah, the earliest color film I've seen from Italy is 63. So
Yeah, I'm
Like-
pretty
like
sure I
right
read
there
somewhere
in
that
line.
it was like the earliest like color
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, because 63 is super early for
But
color.
what
Yeah,
about Hercules?
Maybe that film was colorized after.
this would have been like a big budget movie too, because the movie I've seen is The Leopard, which would be a big budget movie for the 60s.
Yeah. Anyways, but we can save the rest of that discussion for when we actually get to the movies. But Mikey, do you got some cinema stories for us or what?
Oh fuck, dude. Okay, so first I was gonna ask you guys, what's your take on sneaking food into the theater?
Oh my
Is it
god,
like-
dude! I used to tell these stories all the time. I used to tell these stories all the time. So me and my buddy Sean, in the late 90s, he was like a really cheap dude. He would never want to spend all that money on popcorn and hot dog, like food at the cinema.
And back then, it was probably like actually fair.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of whatever, it was still expensive for what it was, right? So our
Yeah.
cinema, there's a Wendy's like right across the street. So we used to go to Wendy's every time we went to a film, and we just sneak a big bag of burgers in our fucking jacket and eat burgers in the theater because it was way cheaper to get like 8 burgers than it was to get like 1 popcorn, for fuck's sakes. But yeah, we used to do it all the time. But that was really the only time I ever really did that with him. Like I bring in like Jelly Bellies and stuff, but I always buy like a large popcorn and like a medium like Coke Zero. But
I honestly
I'll bring in
wouldn't-
my own little Jelly Bellies and stuff just to
Yeah,
stack up.
I'm
I don't
not
really consider
talking,
that sneaking in.
I wouldn't talk like a little bag of candy or something.
Yeah.
The reason I asked is because
Hold on, real quick. You asked how we feel about it. My thing is, if theaters weren't about to die out completely, I would have no issue with it. But the fact that like all the theaters are closing around me, like I need them to be successful. Like I
agree
so
with
that's why I cared. But like when I was a kid, I could care less because theaters were fucking super successful. Now theaters are literally on their lifeline. You know what I mean? They're last of a dying breed.
Yeah, I've always supported them, but I only have one cinema in my town now. So yeah, like I mean,
Me and Carly
if you're gonna
always
go,
buy
support
a
it.
large popcorn and a large drink every time, pretty much.
I get the same thing: large popcorn with butter and a medium, no ice. Coke
We
Zero.
buy the bucket every year for AMC, so
Oh yeah, that's cool.
it's like $5 to refill it.
I'm not above sneaking beer in.
So it's just $5.
Yeah, it's just $5 to fill the bucket.
Oh, that's fucking.
But
shit,
it costs $25 at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, but still $5. That's good, man. Because
it's worth
our large popcorn.
I wish they did it with
$10. They're $10.
I wish they sold a drink cup in that format.
They used to have them, man. They used to.
I know. Jeremy bought a lifetime Regal one.
Yeah.
So it was like $60 or something, and it's a lifetime.
Totally worth it.
That's worth it.
Container. I would that thing would have.
Dude, the drinks are
its
they're
value
like $8 for medium.
1,000 times over.
Damn soda.
It's like $8 for like a medium. So like paying $60 for lifetime. That's you make your money back after like a few refills. That's crazy. At these prices.
Like the key for us is like when we go to the theater, we try to see like 2 to 3 movies at a time.
Yeah.
And then I'll just buy one drink and refill it a bunch.
Oh, I didn't even think about that because usually when I go on
place
vacation,
does refills anymore.
When I'm on vacation from work or on staycation, I should say that's like one of my favorite activities. I'll go to the theater in the morning and just like go to the movies all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I had the theater close to me, like, but it was a real dump, but it was the closest one to me. So like, I would literally go and watch like 3 movies by myself, like on like a Saturday or something. And
like 95% of the time I go to the movies by myself.
I was gonna go and see Chainsaw Man yesterday, but then it was like a 12:30 showing.
Yeah,
but I had to watch like these movies because I thought the football game was later, but I was like, it's on at 10 and blah blah blah. So I'm just gonna go to Chainsaw Man on Tuesday. But I think I'm still gonna pass on Badlands.
I actually had to squeeze one more in today, which is why I pushed the show back a few hours.
You said your life was in shambles, and here you are at the fucking movies.
No.
I mean, I think he means
I had
one
to
of these
squeeze
movies.
one of these movies in.
Oh yeah. Oh,
because I ran out of time, and so I was like, shit, I still got to watch fucking Black Sabbath.
Yeah, we watched them out of order.
Yeah,
did I?
Yeah, bro.
Did I?
Yeah. Yeah, Planet of the Vampires is
Planet
last.
of the Vampires first.
That's the last.
That's the last movie.
I watched The Girl Who Knew Too Much.
The Girl Who Knew Too Much is actually first, and then it's Black
Girl
Sabbath
Who Knew
is
Too
released
Much
after.
feels the oldest to me.
Yeah, it absolutely does.
Yeah. So, anyways, the reason I was asking about the food thing is because, like, generally speaking, I don't really try to sneak food in. Not since I was like a teenager, but yesterday. So I knew I was going to the show at 3:30 for Keeper, and I had it kind of planned out because I was throwing discs with my friends in the morning. It's like I'll get home, take a shower, have a couple hours to relax. So we're playing. I get home, I lock my fucking house keys in my car. So so luckily, dude, this is the first time I've ever done this in my life, right?
Yeah,
they're on separate keychains or separate keys.
No, because I went to get stuff out of my trunk and I dropped everything into my trunk so I could get something out of my trunk and then shut the trunk with my keys.
So you couldn't even get into your
trunk.
house then?
No, because my wife and kids were out. But luckily,
I broke a window.
No. Luckily, they got home with me in time to still get to the movie, but that's what led me to sneaking in food because I had not eaten, and I think it's kind of poor tact to try to like sneak in like a full meal to the movie theater. But
like in a scary movie where Brenda breaks out a whole fucking barbecue,
that stereotype,
foil wrapped chicken and shit.
That stereotype, and we've all seen it happen in real time. But this time, I was like starving. I was like, I can't just bring in candy. I need food. So luckily, I had like kind of sportsy athletic shorts. I had deep ass pockets. So I had a fucking value meal from Carl's Jr. in my pockets. And like, the whole time I'm
Mike
like
walking in.
Is that a value meal from Carl's Jr.? You're just happy to see me.
Yeah, it was like
I'm just like laughing at these things were like baking in your pockets.
No, the whole time, like I'm sitting in my seat, like taking it out, unwrapping. I feel like, man, I was like, because I know that my attitude on it, but I was like, dude, this is like a life or death situation. I had to.
That's the same feeling I would get when I would sneak like Truly's in with me when I would go see Studio Ghibli movies and I'm cracking beers in the middle of the movie.
Dude, I told you about this fucking. It was just like a couple shows ago when the dude like brought a cooler into the theater. Literally,
that guy's a G.
I did that. And he was cracking beers in the theater. I'm like, this is fucking. This guy's so ballsy. I'm just like, no one said anything to him.
When I go to Gettysburg, I'll take the whole cooler in there.
Oh yeah, man. Like if you go into a drive-through and shit like that, or drive-in, fuck
no,
yeah.
this is a theater.
It's a theater, the Gettysburg one, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's an event, so I mean, it's
Right,
kinda
that's
It's a little different. It's like a party.
Yeah,
I never bring beers in the theater because I'm always driving. Like I don't even I don't even have one beer and drive. I'm super responsible when it comes to drinking and driving.
Well, I'm an American.
No, it's also because I've lost 3 friends due to drinking and driving in my life. Right. So like when you start losing your fucking friends, it's like, dude, you're super conscious about it.
I can actually say that I have never drank and drove within anywhere close to each other. I'm like one of the only people I know who hasn't.
Oh fuck, dude! It's just normal where I live. That. People drink and drive it's just a normal way of life around here because everyone drinks. It's just what it is.
I just don't want a fucking DUI. I don't think I'm gonna.
No, it's not.
Well, the thing is, if I got a DUI,
worth it.
I would lose my job though too because I drive at work.
Yeah, you have one,
right? Because I fucking drive at work. I need my license. You have a DUI? Fuck.
We're not going to discuss this.
I have 2 underage drinking charges, but I never.
Dude, that's not even a real fine. What the fuck is going on?
It was almost a decade ago.
Freaking $500.
Never even heard of anyone ever getting that fine. That's crazy. Cops have nothing to do better down in the States, apparently. You give out underage drinking fines? That's fucking insane to me, man. Crazy shit. It's like giving jaywalking tickets, man. Who the fuck gets a jaywalking ticket?
Dude, I would love to be
I know when Tony told that story, I'm like, this is mind-blowing to me because literally cops will just look at you and be like, okay, I'm not writing you up for that. They got to do the paperwork.
There's a couple real like snooty, like upper class, like upper middle class towns around me. I would love to just be a cop in that town and just bust teenagers all day, give them fines like that's like it's a little spoiled brat. Well, to go to their parents and like get in trouble.
I do understand the whole underage drinking thing is like it's a little bit different because like in Canada, you know, like where I live in BC, it's 19 to drink, and then Alberta's 18. Wow. Every second province is different, right? So Alberta's 18, and then it goes 19, 18, 19, 18. But down in the States, it's 21. So I can see having a bigger issue with that because
when you're 16 you're like fucking so many years away from being legally allowed to drink.
Well, it's run like even when Erin was telling me when she went to college in the States, my wife, she said it was fucked because like she was legally able to drink in Canada, but then you go to the States and she couldn't even fucking drink legally. It was fucking so weird.
The issue I've always had with that is like they should change the fucking military age to 21 then. Because it's like, bro, if you're
change the drinking to 18, 19 like the rest of the world.
Across the world and fucking kill people, like I feel like you should be able to come back and have a beer.
The thing I don't understand about 21 is that 18 you're considered a legal adult. You can vote, you can fight for your country, but you can't have a fucking beer.
Can't rent a car.
You can't rent a car?
Gotta be 25.
It's like that's the thing is like
you can rent a car here. You just need a valid license and you can rent a fucking car.
That's like this is like the hard thing for me because I agree with everything Moodz is saying. Like I cannot argue against any of that, but at the same time, like 18-year-olds for the most part are complete idiots and like should not be responsible.
Well, you know what's
not
crazy?
Responsible enough to drink.
So this is crazy to me too. So in BC, like you can get your learners at 16 and you go and you do your driver's license, whatever. In Alberta, you can get your learner's permit at 14. Dude, 14 years old, man. That's fucking wild shit, man. Like, that seems way too young to be driving a fucking vehicle for me.
So, just to put this in perspective, though, Moodz, there are about 40,000 car fatalities in the United States per year. Mm-hmm. In Canada, it's like 2,000.
Yeah, but we also have
2,000 to 40,000. I think that's why they care so much about that here.
But it's all relative though, right? Because Canada has under 40 million people. You guys have 350 million. You guys are just by numbers are going to have more accidents and deaths and it's just it's all relative. Like it's all relative. Like
even if you multiply that by 10 though,
but 2,000 accidents, 2,000 fatalities due to driving and stuff in Canada when you have under 40 million people is pretty crazy. It's actually a lot of deaths.
Like even if you multiply that by 10, that's the thing. Like it's still
a lot of people are not driving. Like 40 million people, there's not 40 million drivers on the fucking road.
That's true.
Right? So that's still pretty high. I mean, we have a lot of, I mean, there's obviously a lot of accidents. I mean, probably where you guys are too, because of the weather. Mike probably doesn't see what we get to see due to weather accidents and stuff. Like we had a little bit of snow yesterday. The city went under fire.
Yeah.
There was fucking 45 accidents yesterday because
every time
everyone's still in summer, fall driving mode, and a little bit of snow come down, and it was all wet and shit. It's all gone now, but accidents everywhere. Just crazy.
And same thing here. Like every time it snows here, which is every year, people somehow forget to drive.
Mm-hmm.
Like how they drive it.
It's wild, man.
I think Jeremy actually saw, because he just came here last month, which I didn't even hang out with him. He was in Pittsburgh. I didn't even see him.
Wow.
But he finally saw, because he used to give me shit for like the like how much I complain and how hard it is to drive. Like sometimes you literally just can't leave where I live in the winter.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think he finally sees why. Like it's not like Pennsylvania is not flat. It's nothing but hills and ups and downs and sharp turns. It's a mess. So it's like, that's why. It's not because
it's not San Francisco hilly, but
dude,
that
might be worse.
I've never, like, driving in San Francisco is so bizarre because like when you come to like a red light and your vehicle is like, you're practically like on a 90-degree angle. You're leaning forward in your vehicle just due to fucking gravity. It's like the wildest. If they ever got snow there, they would be fucked.
Or when you're stopped at a red light on the incline, you gotta like jam on your gas so your car doesn't just kind of idle there.
Yeah.
Or when you park like on the hills, you gotta turn your tire inward too. It's just to be safe.
The crazy thing is, man, like for how hilly Frisco is, like in my city, that because I live in the mountains, right? But like there's areas like that, and we get the snow. Like you have to have chains and shit. Like you can't be driving a vehicle without that type of shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, we just come from two different worlds, Mikey. You don't really get snow where you are.
No, I'm in the valley, so like everything's. Our summers are
how north do you go?
Super hot.
How far? Because I know just north of you guys, because there's a mountain, or ski mountain, like close by to you guys, right?
Well, like Lake Tahoe.
Tahoe.
Like,
that's what I was thinking.
About 80 minutes in one direction north.
Yeah, and Tahoe's known for their fucking great skiing and shit like that. So you're not that far away from like weather. You know?
No, I'm in the range of like if you want to go to it to like mess around, like if I want to take my kids to the snow, to like, hey, here's snow, have fun, and then we're going home. Right. Like, so we don't live in it, no, but we can get to it if we want.
I'm just thankful that we don't get the storm, like the winters that we used to. Like when I was growing up, it was pretty common 8-10 feet of snow kind of thing. Dude, we don't even get a fraction of that now, man. Like if you got a couple feet over the whole winter and it's not there all at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's so mild now. It's so mild. Like even the temperatures are mild. Like this global warming thing is fucking for real. It's crazy.
Look up Canton Avenue. That's a street in Pittsburgh. It's considered one of the steepest streets in the U.S.
That's wild. Yeah, because like relatively speaking, the whole mid kind of west area and stuff, everything's pretty flat to me because there's nothing flat where I live. Nothing. But I gotta say,
I mean, it's like even Parker when he came here was complaining and another thing that Parker complained about is the lack of lighting. Like there's just miles of road with no lighting and like
weird. Oh,
like
you live on the country, right?
Well, even in like city areas, like going to the city areas, like there's a lot of just areas that are just not lit.
Yeah.
Like no street lights.
No street lights. Like, yeah.
It used to be kind of like that around here. There was areas where there was very not many street lights and stuff, but they've done a really good job over the years and put a lot of street, like you notice it now, you're like, fuck, everything's lit up. But, I mean, actually we don't really have any like CTV shit and stuff like that. We don't really have a lot of cameras around. Do you guys have like cameras like on every fucking street corner and shit like that?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
We used to have red light cameras, but I think here they got rid of them. But I know
in certain towns there's more than like I think where I work in there's like 2 at the like main intersection, but like where I live there, like the town that I live in, No, I don't even know if my police are wearing body cams yet.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think we just have like general surveillance, but like I'm sure if you go downtown, every business has like ring cameras and all that shit.
Most major
surveillance.
intersections and stuff have cameras. It's more for like accidents and stuff and identifying and things like that. But
Mhm.
we used to have like photo radar at one point. They got rid of that shit, I think, back in the 90s, early 2000s or whatever. But that was shitty, man, because you just be driving, all of a sudden you get home and like you'd be at home for like a week or whatever, and all of a sudden you check your mail and you're like, oh, I got a fucking $190 fucking speeding ticket.
I know a lot of people are confused about
Fucking
like
crazy.
the toll roads in PA, because we don't have, like, you can't pay, like, you know how you throw the change in the bucket and shit like that.
Yeah. It's all done
Like,
by
we
license
don't-
plates, right?
Yeah, so like you just get a bill in the mail.
That's how it wasn't like that pre-COVID, but once the COVID era happened, they never brought people back after, and then
Yeah.
we changed to that system where
Yeah.
you just go through the booth area, and then in the mail you get like a toll fee.
I don't even
Yeah.
like when you're driving in Toronto, like when we get back home, we always have a bunch of bills because we hit up all the tolls and shit like that. And like, I like Aaron's just like, oh, we just went through, or we just got a toll bill. And I'm like, really? I would, if I was driving, I wouldn't even have realized.
Dude,
Crazy.
I
It's
actually
just-
had one come through the other day. Like, well, this was like 6 months ago. I got because I have like the Easy Pass, so it comes right out of my account instead of dealing with the bills and shit. And I got one in the mail, which is not normal because I pay them, you know, as they happen or
Mhm.
whatever. So I'm looking at I'm looking at the car. I'm like, this ain't my fucking car. And
Random.
like the camera image, the license plate number was very close to mine, but mine is like has a P in it, and like on theirs it was an R, but it was like the angle was bad, so it was like really had to look at it to see that it was an R. And I'm like calling them, and they made it so hard to like let them know that. They're like, well, what do you mean you? And I'm like, it's not my car. Like the license plate doesn't match my license plate.
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, can you see it? Because like I'm trying to explain to you, it's an R. Mine has a P. Like this is an R. It's hard to see, but it is like I don't even have that. That's a naughty. It's like a van. I don't have a van. Like, you know, and
That's
like,
happened to me.
I would think that would happen more often. They acted like it was like something that was a topic they never dealt with before, and I'm like, what?
That's bullshit.
So do you have to keep
it's
your-
happened to me with the same vehicle at the same whatever the toll road was in Southern California, and the license plate was one digit off. But when you look at because it would include like a kind of fuzzy picture of the vehicle and the license. I'm like, well, first of all, that like look up who's registered. That's not our names in the first place. So you're just doing it by but they didn't really argue with me. Like they just said, okay, we'll nix the charge. But it sounds like you got
they
like
did
a
credit
stupid
me
rep.
for it. They did credit me for it, but it was just the conversation.
Yeah.
Was so like they made it seem like they never even heard of this before. And I was
Like it's never been an
Do you guys,
issue.
Yeah.
do you have to keep your license plate like totally clean and stuff, or can it read through like dirt and filth and shit like that? Because I'm sure,
in PA, you're legally required to have it clear.
yeah, I mean, it's like that here too. Like, I mean, I've seen people get pulled over like after snowstorms and stuff where they just didn't clean off their license plate, and the cops like, "Kate, like seriously, like there's a foot of snow on your license plate, bro." Like, but but in BC, we also have to have license plates on the fronts of our vehicles also.
Yeah, we
Yes,
do here.
we don't have that.
Yeah, so like
I
there's
don't,
like I
I
know
don't
in
know
You
what
want
the
to know
law
something
about-
else
I don't
that's
know.
crazy?
but that's not all over Canada. It's just in different certain provinces are like that.
My county, we don't even have to have emissions on our vehicle.
Oh,
Like,
that's crazy.
you know
Oh,
how
we're
you get-
so bad here, man. Everybody
Yeah,
drives
so-
brand new vehicles because if
Regardless
any
of the
vehicle
vehicle?
has too much emissions, so like nobody drives older vehicles here because it just gives off too much bad emissions.
My county doesn't even check. Like if you go to get your car inspected,
Wow.
they don't even check for
That's
anything
wild.
with emissions.
Yeah, like to drive in Vancouver, you have to go through the test, do the emissions, and if you fail, you can't drive your car.
Is yours every other year? That's what ours is. When you go to do your car registration, it's every other year you have to get the smog check done.
We actually don't do it in my city. So
Oh,
Really?
no,
damn.
not that I know
So
of.
you're like me.
Not that I know of. Like, I mean, I've never had. I mean, I bought my truck's still relatively.
Yeah, last year, it was either last year or the year before. In one of our cars, right before I went to do the smog check, I had to change the battery. And because so many cars have like computer systems in them now, I didn't know that when you change a battery, it does like a total reset of the computer system in it.
Yeah.
So when I went to get it smogged, it failed. But the guy was like, "Oh, did you recently change your battery?" And I was like, "Yeah."
So did you change the battery yourself?
Yeah, I did.
See, that's the thing. I'm the same way. Like now, like if you knew, like my grandfather, like is mechanically inclined, like most people that are born in his era. But like you can't even do shit on cars anymore yourself because there's all these sensors and computers and different things that like you unplug something and then it destroys the whole system.
That's the thing with vehicles.
The emissions guy told me, he's like, what you have to do is basically drive like 50 to 60 miles, because when you change your battery and it resets the system, it like one by one the diagnostics starts coming back on board to say, okay, you pass this.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a big deal, except my registration was due the next day. So when Jen got home from work, I was like, I got to take off for like an hour and just drive around because I need to get this smog check passed by tomorrow. So luckily it worked and everything checked out. But I was like under the gun for like, because I didn't want to pay like the late fee on the registration. So
there's like no such thing as mechanics anymore, because when you bring your vehicle to a shop, they really don't like fix it. They just replace things. They're just there to replace things, because everything's all computerized and stuff. Like it's not like back in the day where you're like, oh, my carburetor's all fucked up, and like they go take it apart and fix it all up and shit.
Rebuild the transmission.
Rebuild trannies and shit like that. It's like it's not like that anymore. It's just if you take your vehicle in for a problem, they just change the part. They just change
I am
it right now.
so like mechanically horrible. Like
Yeah, me too.
I don't know shit about vehicles either.
I'm not good with any type of maintenance. Well, not maintenance, but mechanical work on cars. I can change tires. I can change batteries. That's about it. Like Carly, actually, I was the first time I got COVID. I was home and her battery died in a parking garage like an hour away. I fucking got up, drug my ass out into the car, dying. Went clear to Walmart, walked in Walmart, all COVIDed out, bought a battery, drove an hour, and installed it in her car. Like,
shit.
Have you?
What's that?
I was gonna say, have you ever been driving and had an alternator go out on you?
Yes, actually.
And the shit,
you're like radio's like
dying.
dimming and the lights are dimming.
The first time that happened to me, I had to have been maybe like 19. And it was like the middle. I was leaving my friend's house.
Do you think you were getting abducted by aliens?
Yeah, I was like,
that's what I thought.
What the hell was going on here?
Dude,
I literally was driving down a dark, desolate road, and that started happening. I was like, dude, I'm getting abducted by aliens.
Dude, I used to have a 1990 Z24 Cavalier, and I had like what's that?
Z.
Yeah, I always say Z, but when you say the car, it's pronounced. Yeah, anyways, you don't say Z24. But anyways, yeah. So I had put like a $10,000 stereo on this thing. Like I had like 4 10s, and it was crazy. But I used to go through alternators pretty much like every maybe like 18 months. I was changing out alternators, and I was putting in like the best, biggest ones, most powerful ones, and I would still kill them within like a year and a half. Because it's just so much power being drawn through there. They just fucking.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many watts were you pushing out of that?
Tons, dude, tons. Like I actually got one time. It's funny. I was at a red light, and this cop pulled up beside me, and he rolls down the window. And he's like, turn down the fucking stereo.
Well, a lot of towns have like ordinances on like decibel levels.
Dude, we have them.
Yeah.
Like I could have totally got noise pollution tickets, man. It's a real fucking thing. Remember like the Naughty by Nature skit when you're like, I'm gonna give you a fucking noise pollution ticket. That's a real fucking thing, man. It's crazy. But yeah, the alternator thing, man, I had that car for like maybe 8 years. I went through 4, 5 alternators in that thing. It was crazy.
I think they call it disturbing the peace here.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a couple JBLs and a Thunderbox back in the day. With
you know what happened to me one time? I was actually driving the same car, my Z24, and I was coming down a hill, and an O2 sensor went in my car, and so it just died. Like in the middle of driving, it just died. But I was on a hill, so I coasted all the way down to the shell. And I'm like, what the fuck? If my car won't start up, I'm like, what the hell? You ever had like a sensor go where your car just like completely flat out dies? I was like, that was fucking trippy as hell. In the wintertime too. I'm like, what the hell just happened?
I assume all three of you guys know how to change a tire, right?
Oh yeah.
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 Okay. Do you ever meet somebody who doesn't, and it's just like kind of weird?
Yeah, like whether they've done it, but just like if you give them a tire iron, they would in a car jack, they'd have no idea where to start.
Yeah, it's just like I feel like every
It's not even hard to like.
Those are the people
out.
that jack up the car and then they try to take the nuts off. It's like, bro, you got to loosen first.
Well, actually, I was at work. This was over the summer, and my coworker Heather got a flat tire in her Jeep, like down the street or whatever. And I was like, well, let me know if you need me to come. And she said that her boyfriend was coming out. And then like 20 minutes later, she called me and she's like, can you come help us? So I went there, and in his defense, he knew what he was doing. He just did not have the strength for these lug nuts, which I barely did. And I'm way stronger than like this. These things were
welded on,
ridiculously on there. Yeah. Like
that's actually too tight.
And to be fair, the tire, the lug nut jack, the lug nut thing, it wasn't a tire, like it wasn't like the crossbar one, like the good ones. It was like one of those shitty ones that
looks like a crowbar jack. Almost. Yeah.
Yeah. It has like a little like socket on the end that you can't get a good grip on and shit.
Oh, that blows. Yeah. That sounds miserable in that sort of.
Yeah. But I ended up getting it eventually. It was like stripping the damn one, man. I was like, dude, this is not good.
You know what I was thinking, Mike, when you said that you like locked your keys in your vehicle and you couldn't get in your house and shit? I was like, that couldn't happen to me. I have a padlock entry on my house.
Oh, like digital?
Yeah, so I just punch in my code. And if that battery in the door dies, we do have a key, like, you know, hidden somewhere around the house too, so you get in. But
yeah, I mean,
having a hidden key somewhere is a really good idea, because I actually did this a few years ago before we went padlock. I actually got locked out of my house. I was like, oh yeah, there's a fucking extra key.
Not a lot of people even lock their doors around me.
Yeah, I mean, I always give Aaron shit. I'll come home in the middle of the day and the door's locked. I'm like, where the fuck are we living in Compton? I'm like, seriously, why are you locking the door? I'm like, I go to walk in and I fucking run into the door. I'm like, what the hell? Why is it locked?
It's pretty dumb to try to break into a house out in my areas. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, bro, you're gonna die.
Yeah, no, that's like here too, man. I mean, you don't break into people's houses out in the country and shit, man. You're gonna get a fucking 410 pulled on you or something. So
yeah. I think it's one of those out of sight, out of mind, because this is literally the first time I've ever done. I almost have OCD in the sense that, like, when I get inside the house with like my keys, wallet, they go to like this exact spot in the house every time. It's like locked into my brain. Just, you always put your keys on the key hook, you put your wallet here. So like when it finally happened and I finally screwed up and locked myself, I was like, damn, like, shit, it was bound to happen sometime in my life. And of course, the one time it happened, Jen and the kids aren't home, where I can just knock on the door or text her and say, hey, can you come? And I was trying to make a certain showtime to a movie that I already had tickets for.
What movie was that, by the way?
Keeper.
I've been hearing pretty rough things about it.
I mean, I'll say this, like,
it's not a keeper.
I don't want to spoil, obviously, but I'm not surprised it's polarizing. This one, it's directed by Oz Perkins, but not written by him. So as you're kind of watching it, I feel like there's Oz Perkins like fingerprints on it, but you can kind of tell by the end of the movie that, yeah, this is definitely someone else's story, that he captured some of like the atmosphere that you get from the stuff he writes too, but it's not quite.
So it was just like a director for hire type thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's weird.
I didn't realize that beforehand, but I remember thinking, like, when the third act kind of happened, I was like, wow, like they really kind of went from one thing to like something else. And
I always feel like those are huge missteps with directors that like write and direct their own stuff, and then they go off and just direct a film. I always think of like John Carpenter, like, cause he was always, you know, so hands-on with his films and stuff. And then when he did The Ward, that was, he just directed that film. That movie sucked. Like, it's just straight paycheck, man.
Well, yeah, I'm not putting this in the category of the ward, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly, like, I probably liked it more than what you're hearing from all the negative people. I just think it was like good, but not as good as it could have been. And once after the fact that I knew that he was just the director, not the writer, it kind of made sense on like what my criticisms of it will be actually when I talk about it this coming up week, I think.
Right.
Are you guys, well, Moodz, you already said you're not getting. Are you planning to try to go see it, JP? Or are you just not going to have time?
Well, I said that we didn't get it. We might get it. Like sometimes we get this shit like a week late, you know, but I don't know. With this one, I feel like we're just not going to get, which is so fucking weird because there was a poster out for it and I saw the trailer in the cinema a little while ago for it. But
how many, I know I've asked you before, but how many screens is your theater?
6.
Oh, okay. That makes it tough.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and it's only one. Like I said, we're only down to 1. Like when I was growing up, we had 4 or 5, and we still have a drive-in, but one of the last ones. But yeah, so like back in the day was a lot better. But yeah, it's the thing that sucks about my cinema is when films come out.
Do you
in 3D,
have a Dolby or an IMAX
around me?
I think Dolby is AMC exclusive. Do you have an IMAX?
No, I mean nearest one's in Vancouver, but I've been.
My main theater has 22 screens, and one of them is IMAX, and one of them is Dolby. I don't know if you guys have ever saw a movie in Dolby. Any of you guys?
Don't think so.
I don't think so, honestly. Yeah.
Regal has like RPX. I think that's their version of Dolby.
I love Dolby, dude. Like Dolby almost always, like seeing Sinners with Dolby, like the seats like rumble and shit just from how loud it is.
Oh, we have the rumbly seats here. That was the first movie I saw, and it was honestly probably the best one I saw.
Okay, yeah.
With the roller, I call them the roller coaster.
I've never been in a.
But it actually set the bar too high because like all those scenes in Sinners when they're driving through the desert, like the dirt roads, your seat is going crazy. So I thought like
if you were a girl, you'd be having orgasms, kind of thing.
I can see it. But yeah, Sinners set the bar really high, and it just like none of the movies I've seen since then in the rumbly seats have really matched that bar. Like too many of the movies have too much dead space within them. Even something
I could see that.
Even like Final Destination, like the opening disaster like went crazy. But after that, like it wasn't really that impressive.
Well, the end must have been pretty crazy though too.
Yeah, but it's 2 spots for like the whole time in Sinners, like you were doing something.
Right.
They just remodeled my big AMC, and they have like they're still in the process of it, but when we went last weekend and saw some stuff, they have seat warmers now.
Yeah,
which is actually pretty nice because my shit's always freezing.
They get so hot. I had to keep turning it down.
Really? Fuck.
I saw that PTA movie, and the rumbly seats soon was pretty good, but it definitely wasn't as good as Sinners.
These seat warmers are fucking. I went to
that's fucking crazy.
The Morgantown, West Virginia AMC back when COVID was going on because it was the only one open, so we'd drive to Morgantown for movies, and they already had those seat warmers, and it was wintertime. And boy, was I like, damn, I would love to have this in our hometown theaters.
And the only thing my theater has is like gum stuck to the seats from the 80s.
Dude,
honestly, my theaters are pretty nice.
Man, I'm not even joking. Like
AMC is really nice.
You go to pick your seats and they have like blacked out seats because they're broken. And they've been like that for years.
Oh, dude, that's nothing,
when the seats break, they just don't fix them, man. So they're just like...
My theater that was closest to me when I said it was a dump, bro, they would literally have like entire sections taped off in like the middle of the theater with buckets to catch the rainwater coming.
Oh my god, that is ghetto.
I'm not even kidding, shit, bro. Like for real.
Okay, mine's not that bad. At least I'm not getting
like I remember I went and seen Escape Room there, and literally all the speakers along the right side of the room weren't working.
Damn.
And I went up to the people. I'm like, I normally don't complain, but bro, that was heavily distracting.
That seems like it would be like
they gave us some free
too.
passes.
I had that happen actually. I was at a film last year, and I think it was me and Dylan. Me and Dylan were at the theater, and I was like, "What the fuck is that noise?" The speaker behind me was totally blown, And so it was just making like these like repugnant sounds, like just fucking, it was so distracting. I was pissed off the whole time I was watching this fucking movie, man. I'm like, why would you continue screening with that type of shit sound? Like, who the fuck is running this place? And I'm like, this is crazy, man. Like, I almost
like
said
Mike
something
was
too.
saying earlier about sneaking the food in. I can tell you, the kids that work at my theaters, they don't give a fuck, bro. It ain't like the old days where they had like an usher that would like sit in the theater the whole screening to make sure people.
Well, remember going to the theater and the people that worked there were actually cinephiles. Like
that's like a fantasy.
Yeah, like now these kids don't have a fucking clue what's going. Like, what movie? Oh, I don't know.
There's this one kid who takes the tickets. I love this kid. He's literally just like a kid with Down syndrome who knows how to rip off tickets.
Yeah.
And he's just like the coolest dude, but he just don't give like obviously he does it like you know, he's not gonna police shit, but like he's really funny. He's a really cool kid. But yeah, I like that they hired that kid, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. Raining in the fucking.
That is, I've never heard of that.
That seems like the actual danger to like the customers, not just an inconvenience, but actual possible danger.
Well, fucking last year, and this makes me laugh too because the seat is still broken. But I went to the theater. I can't remember what film it was, and I sat down in my regular seat. Well, someone must have broke it just before I went in there. I sat down, and the fucking thing, it like did a header right into the ground. And I fucking hit the ground on my ass. I'm like, dude, I just sat on the ground, man. I'm like, I was so grossed out. Like, I'm not a germaphobe, but like, you don't want to be touching the ground in a theater. It's disgusting. Right.
Especially
so like I fell right on the ground. The seat was literally fucking broken. I was like, oh my God, this is fucking so stupid.
So that same theater that has the rain thing,
there's more to this thing.
So on the outside, it's like the theater like entrance, and then you know it has like the posters and stuff, and on each side is like an incline walkway to the doors, so it's like up. And there's a handrail along the whole thing, like a big long metal handrail. When I was like 15, I got into a fight outside of that theater at that handrail, and it like broke. It is still broken.
That's funny.
To this day.
Damn, they need to make this theater a landmark, like a classic landmark of broken down theaters.
Well, they shut down that theater back when COVID happened, and it sucks. Like, even though it was a dump,
because people kept falling on the
like
steps
15 minutes.
The handrail was all broken and shit.
Yeah, the most rundown the most rundown theater I can remember here was it was like the Dollar Theater that would play. It was in the mall. And it would get the movies after they were kind of out of the main theater before they went to the video stores. They would hit the Dollar Theater. Yeah. And that was a theater that they would just never fix. They would never update. It basically ran until I think it was too broken to even run movies. And then they're like, okay, we're just going to close it.
Yeah, they actually, the one they just remodeled, they upgraded all the chairs, like I said, seat warmers, and they're all recliners now. They used to just have the recliners in the Dolby, but now they have them in the Dolby, and then they had like a special section up top for a couple of the screens that had like recliners, but now like every seat is a recliner. They actually lowered the seating capacity from 4,000 to 2,000, which I think makes sense because it's so rare that you have a sold out, night.
4,000.
It's like you don't
Holy
really
shit.
need.
That's
it had a 4,000 seating capacity.
That's a lot of people.
I had to go to Cinemark to see Jimmy and Stiggs, and I think I was in a leather recliner for that. And to me, they're comfortable, but to me, the leather just gets hot. Like,
especially when you got the seat warmers on. But I guess you guys probably don't need much.
You guys are so spoiled, man. I have like an old 80s theater that just, it's just.
Plus, you better not go to like that theater when you're like tired, because you get so relaxed. If you're in the actual like top reclining position where you're like laying all the way down, almost like if you're not attentive enough, you could probably start.
Do they have do you have the food tables on them too?
Yeah, they have a tray that you can fold out over like your lap, kind of.
Yeah, there's like a Colossus Famous Players in Langley, just outside of Vancouver. That's got that place made me laugh, man. I'll never forget that. I'm like sitting there eating a steak dinner, having a beer in this recliner and in this theater. I'm like, this is like the most ridiculous experience ever. It's like, this is awesome. It's so cool, man. But expensive, really expensive.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
you're
you pay for
paying
it.
a premium for the experience. It's like cool to do a couple times, but like I wouldn't ever do it, or I'd never do that for like every movie or something.
No, you couldn't do it like the way we watch, like, because we go to see everything. It's like got to be a big kind of event to do something like it. Because it was like, I think back in, this was like 2004, 2005, and the tickets were like, it was $25 just to get a ticket for the movie. Like to get in the, it was fucking expensive, bro. Like, no, it was like $18. And yeah, no, I think it was 18. Maybe that was a cheap day. I don't know. It was like 18 to 25. It was crazy expensive, man.
Do you do like a pass, Mike?
Yeah, I got the Regal Unlimited because the Regal's like literally like 2 miles from me. But then once in a while, see the way releases work now, there's so many different like designations. So like every wide release I'm gonna get, but then they have like the limited wide, and sometimes I have to go to a Cinemark, but 90% of movies I can use my Regal Pass for. So I think the plan I'm on is about, I think it started, or I started when it was 20. And I think it's gone up a couple times to 24, but basically if you see 2 movies a month at Regal, you pay for it. So I easily clear that every month.
So mine is at like $23 or $4 now. It started at 20 like yours. But you get 4 movies a week, which I've never hit a month where I've used all 4 movies each week. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
But
That's
like
you can only
literally
see,
go see 2 movies, you paid for the pass.
so you can only see 4 a week, and then like the next week it kind of resets.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is yours through a chain or just a local?
AMC.
AMC. Is it A-list?
Yeah, A-list. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, dude. I don't think I could ever go back to paying for movie tickets again.
I don't think so. Like,
I wish I had shit. Like, I wish I
couldn't
could buy
imagine
Movie
like
Pass.
paying every time I go. Like
I like the Cinemark one.
How does Cinemarks work? Because that's
It's like
another one.
it's less good. It's less good, but I think it's still worth. So it's like $9.99 a month, and you automatically get a ticket. So you just buy into a ticket every month. You get points on everything. It's like every dollar you spend, you get points.
Mm-hmm.
You get 20 per.
I got that through
you
the
get-
Cineplex, but
You get 20% off concessions. If you're a platinum member, you get 25% off. And to become a platinum member, you just need to go to the movie theaters 25. Once you hit 25 trips for the year, you become a platinum member for the rest of this year and the next year. So if you're just a regular moviegoer, like once you hit platinum, you'll always be platinum.
Yeah, that's cool.
You also so you basically, I just collect my points to get more free tickets. It waives all the online fees, and there's like one random time a year that once you hit platinum, you get 2 free movie tickets. So once you get your 25th watch, you get 2 free movie tickets. So it's pretty. You end up getting probably like 5-6 free movies a year.
That's pretty good. Still nowhere close to as good as the AMC one though.
Yeah.
AMC great.
I don't even know all the rules of mine other than like it's unlimited, but we have like I'm also in the Crown Club, whatever that is, so I get points. Most of my accumulated points I save because most movies I just go see by myself because it's like horror or action, but I'll save my points for when there's movies my kids want to go, because then I either get their tickets outright free or discounted and then concessions discounts, which is why I don't always buy popcorn when I go by myself, but I save all those deals for when I take them because it really comes in handy when you're going with a group, because I go to so many alone that I'm so used to like no fees for anything that like when I actually do go with family,
painful.
I'm like, holy shit, like I forgot how much this actually costs.
Yeah, most of the time I don't get anything on there.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like the cool thing about the AMC one too is like all the premium things are included, so you can go see the Dolbys, the IMAXs, like 3Ds, whatever. The tickets that would normally have like an additional fee for a premium upgrade, you don't pay any of that either, and then you gain the points as well. I think you get a free like popcorn and drink on your birthday as well.
Yeah,
and
we
then,
got that too. That's cool.
You also get a lot of like invites to like special screenings that I barely ever participate in, like early access stuff. Like let's say that Keeper came out this weekend. Well, they might show it 2 weeks early, but they don't tell you what it is usually.
Do they do the Mystery Mondays there?
They have something like that with us.
It's
too.
called
Most of the time
Screen
you can guess
Unseen.
what it-
Okay.
Yeah.
We have
Most
like
of
the
the time you
mystery
can
Mondays.
guess what it is.
Yeah, you look what I
Well,
usually
what they
do is I
started
look at
doing
the
now-
runtime, unless
Well,
they lie about it.
that's what I was gonna say. They started putting a fake runtime in
Oh,
for the
okay.
AMC ones.
Yeah, that makes sense because that's how I used to try to determine like should I try to go to this? I would look at the runtime and try to match it with what the new releases were coming like the following week. But if they're getting even more coy about it, then that's not going to work.
Wow. So, fun fact, with the films that we are reviewing tonight, we've officially reviewed 126 films just during Italian Horror Month.
Damn.
How did you figure that out?
Because I have a list of every film that we've reviewed on Italian Horror
I
Month.
was gonna say I didn't know if you just did like 11 years times 12 or not.
But it doesn't really kind of work because we did one where we did 4
Right,
films.
that's why I was gonna say that it
Yeah.
wouldn't have been accurate if you did it that way.
No, it's like listed. So
How many?
126 with tonight's. So 126 yeah. Pretty crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Overall on the show,
Yeah.
I think we're up to 736 reviews, main
Like
reviews.
featured reviews?
Yeah, feature reviews 736 after tonight.
Wild.
That's just main reviews. That's not including all the dubs that we used to do, which would probably add another 1,000 easily. Easily. That's fucking wild.
Yeah,
crazy.
it's pretty crazy, man.
It's actually kind of funny because I was like just adding these things in the other day. Like we've actually like since we've been doing the Sin Bin podcast, which is we've done 22 episodes, I guess now, right? Which is weird. 114 main reviews we've done on that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man,
Crazy.
Wow.
it adds up fast. And that's only a
does.
monthly show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just one show. And it's basically 5 movies. For the
Yep.
most part.
Yeah.
Four solos and a main. I mean, there's been
Then we have a guest sometimes.
sometimes, and then I mean, Tony did 3 this last one, but yeah, so
Yeah,
Yeah, we've
I've
actually
a
done
couple
3
double
featured
features.
reviews.
Yeah, we've done that a
Double
couple
feature
times, so-
reviews and triple
Yeah.
feature once.
so you think 22 shows, we've reviewed 114 films? It's fucking wild.
Yeah. Yeah, I like on when Greg sent his voicemail and he's like, I wonder how many like movies you guys have sold these boutique labels over the year.
Dude, you know what's
I
crazy?
bet a lot, dude.
When I heard that him say that, I was like, damn, I've never thought of that. I wonder how many people have bought shit from these labels just based on our opinions and reviews.
A lot.
I mean, I definitely have.
Tons of, they probably made a ton of money off us.
I mean, I have. Like, I've heard you
Of course.
review something or something that I went and ended up buying.
Yep.
But yeah, it's pretty insane, bro. Like, we have a very big back catalog.
It's kind of crazy when you break it down.
Hey,
Pretty wild.
JP, when you go to the theater, do you still try to avoid trailers or do you not care anymore?
I gave up. It's just
'Cause
too much of an
I
income.
just
The only-
have to-
I only watch trailers in the theater. Like if they're on TV,
Well, no,
I'll just change the channel.
The only
I
reason
actually
I'm
never
asking,
remember.
the only reason I'm asking is because like the other thing I was going to ask about the theater, because it's a question best for people that go a lot. Do you think people are adjusting to the fact that there's between commercial, like actual commercials now and trailers, that whatever the advertising or advertised start time is, it's actually like 25 minutes at least after that?
Yeah, it's
you-
20 to
you-
30 like every time.
Yeah,
You,
and
you
that's
would
why-
think no one would be late for movies anymore, but there's still people. I'm like,
Because people adjust for 25
That's
minutes
what-
and they're just late for
Yeah,
the
how are you
That's what I'm
showing
saying,
up that
yeah.
late? Because if the movie actually started at that time, you would have missed a fucking half the movie.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think 100% people have fully adjusted to the fact that there's 20 minutes of trailers.
But it's really annoying during retro movies
Tons of
because a
car
lot of the
commercials and
time,
bank commercials.
they
and
start
shit.
it right away.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of the time with the retro movies, they start right away, or they like show you like a preview for more upcoming retro movies, and that's it. So people are always walking in like 15 to 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
It's so
They
fucking
definitely do a
annoying.
lot more like actual commercials now. It's like fucking, car commercials and like bank
I
commercials
hate
and
that
shit.
shit, man.
But
Yeah, I
it
hate
used
it
to be, they used to do like all the movie trivia and shit like that for like a while, and then they start showing the trailers.
That
But
was
now it's
fun. I like when they did that.
yeah, and then they really kind of like low key got rid of most of that, and now it's just all commercials and trailers. It's fucking weird.
Yeah,
So-
even like I've adjusted a little bit to where I'm not concerned getting there like 5-10 minutes afterwards, but
Mhm.
no way am I waiting for like 20
Yeah.
25 minutes. Like that's stupid.
I
I am
always
so-
comfortably have time.
I am so cordial. Like when it comes to time, like when I go to the movies, punctual. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like I'll be there sitting in the theater by myself, blank screen. And then the shit starts up like 20 minutes later. I'm always so early. I can't. I just, it's just my personality.
That was me until like I would say very recently, because
I only live 5 minutes away though too, right? It's like it's a 5 minute drive,
that's me. So like I can, as long as like there's not something stupid with traffic, I can leave about 10 minutes before the show time and be there right at the advertised time. But I've kind of like laxed to where, it starts in 5 minutes. I'll get there 5 minutes after the advertise, and I walk into my seat, and it's the commercial. It's not even the trailers yet, just the ads. I don't care about that.
Yeah, it's fucking bank commercial or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, I like trailers, so I don't try to avoid them, but I would like to avoid the commercials when possible.
Yeah, the commercials are fucking trash.
And there's just too many. Like, it'd be one thing if they threw like an ad up, but it feels like you're watching TV like from 20 years ago at home with how much damn ads there are.
Yeah, I think that like I think now too, like my memory is so shit that like I'll usually forget what I saw in the trailer.
Yeah, same
anyway. But like back when I stopped watching them, I really was angry about like the amount of stuff they were showing in trailers. But I think now I'm just like, I just don't feel like avoiding them anymore. Like I spent a whole like 2 years like actively avoiding trailers. And now I almost like seeing what's coming out, you know? Yeah. Like it's helpful, but I still think movie trailers show too much. I really do. But I think that like whenever you go into a theater and you know, I kind of like that 20-minute window. You can like look at your phone real quick and do, you know, just like relax for a minute and then get ready for the movie.
Settled in. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first thing I do when I sit down in the theater, I Google, is there a post-credit scene?
Yeah. That's a good idea.
I do that every time.
I do it
pre-film
once the credits start.
Yeah. I mean, I've made the mistake. I forgot before, but I'm pretty good about like when I get in there, I'm like, oh, it's their post-credit scene.
Yeah, if I know Venom's seen the movie we're doing before I do it, I'll hit up the chat and be like, "Hey, is there a post-credit scene?" And then where I like watching trailers too is like when I have to go to the art house to see something, I like trailers there because it's usually stuff I either don't even know about or stuff I know I'm not gonna get. Because the thing with the multiplex is you're gonna get like the same rotation if you're going every week to a movie.
Yeah,
rotation is the same.
It gets fucking annoying by the time you see the trailer for the 8th time. But like lately this year, I haven't really gone to the cinema like nearly as much as I usually do. So every time I go, it's like all new trailers for me.
I thought the trailer, I guess it's more of like a teaser trailer for the new Silent Night, Deadly Night, was pretty it was short and like they didn't really show much. And I was like, okay, that's cool.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah. I'm like, that's cool. I can live with that. And
I don't think I've seen it yet.
I thought it looked good. From like the very minimal shit that they showed you, I thought it looked pretty good. So
I will take any Christmas horror film.
Yeah, to actually see a Christmas horror film in the theater is so far in between. You know what I mean? Like it just
I haven't seen many, dude.
Yeah, me either, dude. Like, because I think when Silent Night came out years ago, I don't
2019.
think.
No, I wasn't even going.
I don't think we even got it.
Well, they did you
because it was theatrical, right? Yeah, and I don't think we even got it. So yeah,
we had the last one I remember seeing is fucking Black Christmas.
Oh, that new.
I remember what was the one with the guy from Stranger Things.
Oh, well, what about Terrifier 3?
Oh yeah,
Terrifier 3.
that one's the last one I see.
Yeah.
What one with
Christmas Bloody Christmas was somewhat recent.
Yeah, it didn't show for me.
Yeah, I didn't get that. There's no way. I would have loved to have seen that on the big screen. Actually,
the Stranger Things guy, what is his name? David Harbour or something. I know what you're talking about, but I wasn't. Was that horror or more action? I can only vaguely remember the trailer.
Are you talking about like Violent Night or whatever?
Oh, yeah, Violent! I saw that. That movie is fucking
it's kind of like action quasi home invasion.
It's Die Hard
I
It
love
meets Home
that.
Alone.
Yeah.
It's Die Hard and Home Alone put together. It literally is, and it's actually really fucking fun. I think aren't they doing a sequel to that movie?
I don't know. I just picked up the 4K the other day though.
Oh, dude, it's a blast. Me and the wife have watched it a bunch of times since we saw it in the theater. It's a good watch.
But yeah, on the topic of the Christmas horror, I do get excited every year during the season because unlike Halloween, where I pretty much watch like Halloween themed stuff like all throughout the year, Christmas is like the one that it seems like I only want to watch it in like the winter Christmas season. So anything new that I will get during like these months when the weather's getting cold and it's like holiday fever just out, everywhere. It's cool to see the Christmas stuff because like I don't feel like watching Christmas stuff in July, but for some reason with Halloween themed stuff, I'll take that in at any time.
I don't really
I watch
like
Christmas stuff in July.
I'm more open to watching like Halloween stuff outside of October, but even that I don't love doing. But the Christmas is really weird. I don't like watching Christmas stuff outside of December or no. Usually November, December is like kind of where I start it.
There's a really great movie called Christmas in July. You should watch that one in July.
Oh yeah, give us a synopsis.
Well, it's a Preston Sturges screwball comedy, so you know it's good.
Okay.
And it's about this failed inventor that writes greeting cards, and he writes one that the advertising people think is so bad that he couldn't possibly believe that it couldn't possibly make money, and he gets a bunch of money, and then it's all just like this joke that winds up. It's a lot of fun. You gotta watch it. It's like 67 minutes long. I bought it from Kino.
Okay.
There's a new Hallmark looking one on Netflix with Alicia Silverstone. I sent the IMDb.
I love watching the Hallmark looking movies. Netflix is like the home of Hallmark Christmas movies now.
Dude, it's like they're going Tubi with the way they're churning them out. Like they
And
just
they get
all of a sudden
one-
show up.
Don't even get me started on Hallmark fucking Christmas movies, man. That's
And
my,
they get-
that's my bomb diggy. That's my lane.
They always
bro.
get Lindsay Lohan in these Netflix ones.
That's
She's
funny.
like the Netflix Hallmark movie queen.
Dude, I love them so much. The wife has like made a joke out of this. She actually got me a hoodie and a shirt, and I have a blanket that says like my Hallmark Christmas watching, like hoodie and t-shirt and blanket. Fucking hilarious, bro.
It's like a Vegas residency, but for Hallmark Christmas movies on Netflix.
It's so funny how they can pump out like 25, 30 of these films a year, and they're literally the same movie over and over again with a different title. Like they're all the fucking same narrative. It's
Dude,
crazy.
they all have the same plot. They all look the same.
Yeah.
Like
They're all
same
shot-
kind of shiny, glossy.
It's because they're all shot in the summertime, so everything's fake. All the snow, everything's all fake. It's funny.
They probably just hand off the same script to like a different cast. And right, here's
Pretty
your
much.
names.
They change up the cast. It's like, oh, we're gonna put Candace Cameron in this movie, and then we're gonna grab this person. It's fucking hilarious, dude. So much fun. Yeah, there is actually a whole story as to why I started watching those things quite religiously. But I'm not going to get into that shit because it's pretty corny and sappy, and I don't want to look like a.
Save that for a December episode.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll do that when we break down our top 10 part 2, which literally makes no sense. It's like 11 to 20, I guess. So,
and more Christmas movies.
and more top 10 Christmas movies, yeah. So, but
I miss when Walmart would have a lot of like dumb Christmas movies for like $5, like shit like this, but not this, obviously.
I miss like when
the
TV
Leprechaun's
shows
curse.
would have like
Like, look how bad that looks, dude.
That actually looks like a piece of shit.
But there would be all these like Christmas ones back in the day too that you would always see there.
I miss TV shows like having a Christmas special.
I know, bro.
I love
don't
I
really
love the
watch
80s Christmas
TV
specials and
anymore,
shit, man.
It just doesn't really exist
tons of 'em.
anymore the same way. But I miss
feel
like
it seems like there's no
There's-
communal there's no communal side to TV anymore because
yeah.
everyone's kind of siphoned off in there. Like there are a few shows that like capture the imagination of like the masses, but other than that, you're kind of siphoned off to like the services you subscribe to.
Everyone just
and-
picks like you pick your own shows you watch. You just pick.
Yeah,
series
like
and
you don't really get
services.
around as a family and watch like sitcoms. Like you
Yeah.
like how we did when we were growing up.
No,
Yeah, like
no,
the-
it's not like that at all. It's
When I
because
was
everything's
growing-
on your own time, because everything's Netflix or, everything's like predetermined. It's like, remember when we sat down as a family and shit, like, you watched it at that time slot or you missed it, right?
When I was growing up and they would do the Stephen King adaptions on TV, dude, every day at school, like the following day, everybody was talking about it. Like even
and if
people
you
who
missed
didn't
it, you
normally
felt
watch
like
horror.
an idiot.
Yeah, because you had one chance, or you just have to wait forever for it to hit VHS at the rental store. But yeah, it was just very communal, and that's one thing that's like kind of gone away,
Mhm.
at least for TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have this book that I bought at like Goodwill that's called like how like TV changed the world or something like that, and it's basically just like a book about how like the introduction of like the home TV set and like movies and TV that like aired like brought like families together and like became this big communal thing. It's a pretty cool book, honestly.
Yeah,
The wife watched Gremlins yesterday.
Ooh,
Good choice.
Gremlins.
Yeah, just put that on.
I was about to say for the
I was
first
watching Mario Bava
time.
Films, and she's upstairs watching Gremlins.
I think
I'd rather go watch Gremlins, honestly.
Oh, for fuck, GP, you're such a fucking. What,
Gr-
what? Do you even like Italian Horror Month? Like, I swear, you just trip dicks
Dude,
on
no.
everything that we fucking do. It's like,
Dude, you're
They
talking about one of my favorite movies of all time.
You know what?
they are showing Gremlins.
I'd probably
They are
watch
showing Gremlins at the
Gremlins.
theater here.
I'd probably rather watch Gremlins too.
It's hard to like.
Really? Not
wanna
me at all.
Like if
That
somebody's
movie's not even in my top 100.
Gremlins.
Wait, Tyler,
Gremlins awesome.
did you mean Gremlins also or Gremlins number 2?
Gremlins also. I don't like Gremlins
Okay.
too.
Fuck's sakes.
Whoa,
That fucking
what?
Yeah, I don't like it.
I love Gremlins too, but
Gremlins
not
2
as much as the
is
first one.
pretty shitty, to be honest.
No, I like it's just so different, but
It's zany.
I like it.
It's
Yeah,
zany, but I just don't
zany.
find it fun. Like, I really don't. Like,
wait,
the
fun.
original-
The fun's the one thing it absolutely
It is, yeah.
I don't. That's the thing. I don't.
That's like
find
it's that's like it's the
like
one
the
thing you
first
can
movie is
fall
way
back
more
on.
fun to me than the second movie.
Yeah, I
don't
agree.
know.
I think the movie's way more fun.
Yeah.
Well, how long has it been since you've seen it, Moodz?
I watched Gremlins 4 or 5 years ago.
Man,
Again,
I haven't
I
watched
watched it.
Gremlins
I'm
2 in like 10 years.
Yeah, but
I
that's
watched
like,
them both last.
I watched-
last
I watched
holiday
Silent.
season.
Dude, you've seen my letterbox, man. You know what I'm watching every fucking year. But I don't know. It's not a go-to film for me. It never.
Well, what
has
do you
been.
think? What do you think about the new Gremlins coming
It's funny
out?
'cause I grew up with
Joe
Gremlins.
Dante.
It should be fucking nostalgic for me. It's this one of those weird things that I can't explain why I don't have it. Like when it came out, I was 4. I saw it very, very young. Liked it. Never was in love with it.
I've
I
probably
don't know.
seen it when I was 4 too.
I mean-
We talked about it briefly last week, I think, Mike. It's gonna depend on like if they use practical puppets and animatronics or if they go the CGI route.
I have faith
Yeah.
that they're going to do this properly and actually do real animatronics and fucking puppets and stuff like that.
Why do you have faith though that they're gonna like?
Because
I'm not saying
really
they're not,
sort of
but-
went away. I
Because
feel
you're
like
seeing a lot more practicals in Hollywood
Yeah.
now, even with these sequels and stuff like that. I think that they're going to do the right thing. And, I mean, I wouldn't have said this, 7-8 years ago. I would have been like, no, absolutely. They're doing CG.
Or you
I
think they're
definitely
gonna
think
try to
there's
do
a
like the
tide
half?
shift.
I think they're gonna
try to
fuck
do
it
like
up.
the 50-50 thing where like Gizmo will be a puppet, but then they'll add in like CGI like. for
I'm
the
sure
other
like
ones.
I'm sure if you have 150 gremlins on screen, there might be some CG ones. But like
Yeah.
I think like anything close up or that's
No, it'll be AI
the
now.
camera's focused on, I think that they should use
I was just gonna say
practical.
they do the 180 and the gremlins are practical and the actors are AI.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd just confuse everyone. That'd be incredible.
We'll see though.
AI voices on the Gremlins. Oh my God.
I mean, we've literally heard about a Gremlins 3 for like 20 years, so see
Yeah,
what happens.
I was still a little bit taken back that they were actually doing it because, it's been in talks forever, but it seems legit.
Yeah,
So
it's always a risky proposition with these like sequels after all these years because you always wonder like, are you doing this because you actually came up with like a really good story, or is it like, we think it'll make some money, so we're just gonna do it?
What's
Probably
the
that one.
over under on the fact that they call it Gremlins?
I hope it's not just like a remake
like
of the first film.
75, like 75-25. They call it Gremlins.
Because if they make it a
Yeah.
sequel, what are they going to do with the story? Because it's so fucking
I hope you bring Zach Galligan back.
like it's so far out removed. Like when did the sequel come out? What year? That was
92
Two?
maybe.
Yeah, so we're talking like almost,
No, it wasn't that too.
like we're talking over
93
30 years ago it came out, right? So if you're doing
Yeah.
a sequel,
90.
Oh damn, 90. Okay.
So
I mean-
you're talking 27 years later.
is he like signed
Or
on to do this?
37 years
Is he in the
later.
film?
30.
I don't know if they announced
Because
any
Phoebe
cast
Cates has been
yet.
retired for fucking 25 or 30
Forever.
years from acting. She's 30 years, I think she's been retired now.
Get
She
her
retired
back.
fucking super young.
And still married to Kevin Kline after all these years.
I know, isn't that fucking crazy? Like she just became a housewife,
You know what? It's like it's weird because
raising
it's less crazy now.
little Phoebes.
It's less crazy now, maybe because I'm old, but like I remember back in the day,
Mike, we're
I was
the
like, she's
same
married to
age.
Kevin
We're like
Kline.
we're
What?
like a month apart. We're like a month apart.
well, yeah,
That's
I'm
what he said,
including you-
old.
I'm including you too.
Yeah, yeah,
fellow
we're
guy.
old as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't excluding you from that, but I'm just saying when I was young, it seemed I was like she's married to Kevin Kline. Now it just seems oh okay, yeah, she's married to Kevin Kline.
Yeah. It's a Hollywood marriage that
Maybe
actually
Kevin's
worked
a
out.
really nice guy.
They did have Zach Galligan in the animated show, but he just played a henchman character.
Yeah.
That HBO Max one.
Yeah.
I mean, I am interested to see what. I just hope that
I hope it's not a remake.
I don't. I mean, they're calling it. I thought they were. Aren't they officially calling it a sequel, or is it still not even? That
I
many
saw the
details
headline.
yet?
It said Gremlins 3, but I don't know what that
Yeah,
entitles.
but Gremlins 3 could also mean
like just a
new
third Gremlins movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, third Gremlins, which could be like kind of like a.
But that's why I said, like, what do you think the over under is on they call it Gremlins? Tyler says 75% chance they call it Gremlins. I
I think they call it
tend to
Gremlins.
agree.
Oh,
with
just
Tyler.
Gremlins, like not Gremlins. They should call it
Oh.
Gremlins 3.
They'll call it Gremlins, or they'll add like some.
They never will call it Gremlins 3.
To it.
It'll be Evil Gremlins Rise.
Yeah, it will
They should
never be
call it-
Gremlins 3.
They
It's
should
too
call
far
it
removed.
Gremlins the third batch.
Yeah.
Third
Yeah,
batch.
but they
Oh,
won't though
like-
because they want to sell it to like a new audience. So they're going to
Yeah,
call it.
and
Gremlins.
if they call it Gremlins 3, like 90% of the people will be like, I didn't even know there was a Gremlins like 2.
Yeah.
And like another like percent of people will be like, I didn't even know there was a movie called Gremlins.
Which is
yeah,
pretty
it'll be like
likely that
3.
would actually happen though too.
dude. When I went to see Doctor Sleep, there was people that didn't know it had anything to do with The Shining.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, that happened to
not
me when I
surprising.
saw the new Evil Dead film, Evil Dead Rise or whatever. There was people and they had no idea that there was Evil Dead movies. They were
The
just going to see a
funniest
horror
thing to
film.
me was I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like
Oh, that one.
literally
I could see that.
me,
too.
Carly, and one other person knew that it was a sequel. Like everybody else, like, because we're the only ones that had a reaction to mentions of the previous films. Like nobody had any clue
Yeah.
that was not an original movie.
Which is crazy too, because like that's such a popular title. You know, you think that if you're willing to go see a movie called I Know What You Did Last Summer, and you might be kind of liking horror film, you think that you would know that there was an original one.
Well, you would think
But
in this
Evil Dead
digital
blew my
age, you would think in the internet age, when a movie like that comes out, you just do a quick Google just to see, oh, what's this all about? And then you get all the information like, oh, there was this few movies.
Modern
What are
audiences
those all
just
about?
don't care though.
But I think, but you got to remember, like for me, what I've witnessed with like a lot of younger people that go to the cinema and stuff, it's just a social thing. You know, it's like how when you're older, you go to pubs and meet up with your homeboys and stuff like that. But like these kids, they go to the theater. It's like, what, they don't really care what's playing. You know,
And
it is what
that's
it is.
really not a popular, like, that's not like in the hierarchy of things to do as a teenager. Like when I was a teenager going to the movies, it was like a social thing, even for me.
Of course.
Like I would go meet up with friends and stuff, and we would half the time not pay attention to the movie or whatever. But like
I was never that asshole.
when I
always paid
was a
attention.
kid, that was like one of the more popular things to do. I think nowadays that's one of like it's dropped so much. It's
Mhm.
still something that people do, but it's like I think that they would rather go hang out at a Sheets more than go to a movie.
Yes. on that topic or on
Yeah.
that specifically, I remember growing up, like the main theater in that neighborhood, it had like a full on like arcade too. So like you went to the theater not just to see the movie, but you'd be hanging out at the theater for like half a day or like almost a full day, even if you only saw one movie, because you were in the arcade, you were grabbing food, like you'd see other people that you know show up. So it was like very much like an
My theater
event.
has a pretty decent arcade too. It's got probably maybe 30 games in there too or whatever. But
Oh,
yeah.
30 is good because like
no, there's quite a bit. Yeah.
no, none of the theaters around me have arcades like they did when I was a kid, where it's like
Oh,
a
no,
full on like
absolutely not.
its own whole section
Yeah, yeah.
in the theater with like its own room and everything. I remember that back in the day.
Yeah, this the shitty one that I had that had the rain buckets, that was in a mall. Like it was connected to a mall. So like when I was a kid, we would go hang out at the mall. That was like a big thing that like my generation did, is like just go walk at
Man,
the mall. And
I
like,
Yeah, the
meet up
mall.
with-
I remember like going to the mall on Saturday and seeing like so many people from school. And when I was in
yeah,
high
like you
school.
would go talk to girls or like meet up with girls from different school districts and stuff like that,
Yeah,
and go to like the pizza court,
Man.
the food court. Get
yeah.
pizza,
When I-
Especially like pre-high school. That was like one of like
middle
the few,
school.
like-
It was like real big in middle
Yeah,
school.
yeah. I remember like
y'all's in your
grade-
fucking middle schools and shit, man.
Yeah, I
we got
remember
we got
like
middle
eighth
schools here, but-
grade. Like the first time I ever really did this.
I
Like,
never went to
like I was at like some like
What do you mean you
school
never went to
function,
middle
like
school?
but it was on the weekend.
I
And
didn't.
like three random girls from my class
just
decided
skip
they were
it?
gonna go to the mall, and I just happened to be standing there. And they're like, "Do you want to come to the mall with us?" And I was like, "Me?"
The area
Like,
that I
the
lived
first
in.
time, like I ever did that.
So my elementary school was kindergarten to to the 7th grade, and then I went to high school, which was 8 to 12.
See, ours was elementary was 1 through 6, middle was 7 through 8, and then high school was 9 through 10. But they changed it shortly after I went through it, and now it's 1 through 5 elementary,
Yeah.
6 through 8 middle, and high school.
Yeah.
But when the school I went to, the middle school was with the high school.
Yeah.
So it was like intertwined. So you had like, you would ride the bus with, I would be like in 7th grade riding the bus with 18-year-olds and shit. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? 19-year-olds.
Yeah, I mean, we have
So-
middle schools. I mean, there's one that's like 8, 9, 10, and then when you're done there, you ship over to the high school and go for 11, 12. But
That's
Yeah,
fucking weird.
The
I
school
know.
I went to, the junior high and the high school were on the same like bigger campus.
Yeah. That's how
so
mine
you-
was.
When we walked because you kind of walk through.
but the
our
high
neighborhood
school is
to
still
get
8 to 12, right? It just depends on where you're from.
Ours was
No,
9 to
it's
12.
9 to 12.
No, I'm saying ours
Oh,
are 8 to 12.
I've heard middle schools that are 7 to 9.
Why are you doing
and
odd
high school's
numbers?
10, 12. Canada.
What do you mean odd numbers? 8 to 12?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 5 grades.
Yeah, it's 5 grades.
Odd numbers.
Yeah, it's like such a fucking jarring thing because like when you're in elementary and you're in the 7th grade, you're like the top dogs, you know, and then you go into high school and you're the fucking little shits in the school and you're getting shoved in locker. You're like, what the fuck just happened here, bro? Like this is ridiculous.
You guys
Dude,
also
I-
say grade 8 instead of 8th grade.
It is a Canadian thing. Yeah, we do say,
Dude, I still
Grade
have
eight.
memories.
and it's
of,
not just me.
like-
It's just the way it's just that's the differences, man.
I know. I learned it when I started watching Degrassi because they all said like grade 8 and grade
Yeah.
9. I was like, what the
It's
fuck?
it's definitely a Canadian. It's definitely a Canadian thing.
Dude, I still have memories of what it was like. So when you'd be in 5th grade and you'd know who the 6th graders, but the year that you were in 6th and then they were in 7th and then you would get to 7th and they were in 8th, they felt like totally different people because
Oh,
that growth
absolutely.
between like
Yeah.
11 years old and 13 or 12, or it felt like a lifetime of changes. And you're like, holy shit, who are these people?
I remember when I was in like 4th grade, I just couldn't wait to be in 6th grade so I could fucking be a dick to all the kids under me because that's what everybody did to me. I like
Yeah.
couldn't wait for it. I was like, dude, I can't wait, man.
Bro,
I'll
but
be
like-
the biggest asshole in the world.
Hanging out at the mall, man, was always a huge thing for me too, because like I grew up in an area like in the suburb that was like pretty far away from the mall. Like, I mean, I had to take a bus down there and shit. So it started in elementary because every Tuesday back in those days, the releases came out on Tuesdays for music and shit. So every Tuesday I'd fucking rip down to the mall and go and hang out there. And then it just proceeded right through high school. It was like every Tuesday. You were always at the mall on Tuesdays because that's when all the shit was coming out to buy and stuff. Right. So yeah, I mean, that was the hangout. So I didn't, honestly, I was not a mall rat. I was not a mall rat. I went there specifically to buy the albums that were coming out, and that was it. I didn't give a fuck about anything else, man. But it was a hangout place.
Is your mall like your theater? It has like 7 stores total.
No, I mean the mall's a normal mall. I mean back in the 90s, like we had like 6 record stores in the mall. It was fucking crazy awesome because like if one place didn't have the record you're looking for, you went over to the next place and then you price matched and then you just get the best deal. It was fucking great. It was awesome.
Our malls are all like completely dead, bro.
We have one good mall, and it's like depressing how dead the other malls are.
Yeah, I only got
one of them has one of them has
malls.
a theater attached too, and I'm getting a little concerned about that one.
Yeah, we used to have like I remember the malls were so popping, dude. Like you'd go on like a Saturday like at noon, and there would be like people in like tracksuits like walking the mall, like fast walking. Like,
Yep.
like getting their steps in.
Dude, I remember going to the mall. Like I started smoking when I was like 13. And it was crazy because like I remember the years between 1993 and 1998, because they banned smoking, I think in, was it 96? I think it was, or whatever. Like indoors.
Banned smoking? Oh.
Indoors. But it
Dude,
was
I would love to be able
it was
to
the
go to a
wildest
nice-
shit. You could walk around the mall and like go into stores and like with a cigarette in your hand. It was like thinking back on those times is so crazy to me. Like
I would
slipping
love
through
to
Smoke
go,
at a
like-
lot of the bars around here.
Oh,
I would love to be able to go into some like nice long like adult R-rated drama and smoke it during the movie.
well, when they banned the smoking in bars around here, they suffered for so long because so many regulars were like, "Fuck that! I'm not going to the bar if I can't smoke in there. That's crazy."
Yeah.
So they
Dude, I
really
remember going to
suffered for years.
restaurants as a kid and with my grandparents and just being in like a smoke-filled room. It's like this is
Yeah.
the smoking section.
It's just like how nice does it sound like to go to the theater and like get a beer and smoke a cigar and watch like a 3-hour long
Yeah.
Scorsese movie.
You know what I find is so crazy, man? I mean, Mike probably can relate if he ever flew back in the 80s and stuff like that, but flying on a plane when you could smoke on there was the
That sounds
craziest.
crazy.
It is so crazy
does
to me
sound
because I
crazy.
remember being on planes and you be in the non-smoking section, but you're in a fucking plane, bro. Smoke
Dude,
it's not evading you.
Dude, that was everywhere. Like, no
It's so
matter
wild.
if you were in the non-smoking section of any place, it didn't matter. You could smell it. Like,
Yeah, it
Oh
didn't
yeah,
matter.
that's why it
didn't-
seems so crazy to people now who were born in like modern times because they're like it just doesn't like it doesn't compute. Like you can't even smoke like near a hospital anymore, right? Like
Dude, there's
you used to be
laws.
able to smoke in hospitals.
You can't even smoke outside of like businesses now. Like there's a distance rule. Like you have to be
Yeah.
like off the sidewalk. You have to be like 20 meters from the door or whatever. Like you can't even be basically like outside smoking is
yeah, the one place that you can still do it freely at is the Indian casino. So as soon as the sliding glass door is open, it's just the waft, and it's like it's kind of a foreign. Like for it to be that strong, it's almost foreign to you now. So like you hit it, you're like, what the hell? And then you remember, oh yeah.
Oh, your
this
casino
is how
still
it
allows
used to
smoking
be.
now?
well, it's an
The
Indian
Indian
reservation,
casino.
right?
Oh yeah. Okay. I was
those
thinking like
ones.
the only place I can think of. Yeah. If you go to the Indian reservations for sure.
Because that's the only ones we can have in California.
Okay.
is the
Okay.
Indian
Yeah. No,
casinos.
we got casinos all over the place that are not. We have reserved ones too, but we also don't have them. But in Vegas, if you go to Vegas, it's just like straight up like fucking 1970, dude. Smoking everywhere, bro. It's crazy. Like you go in there, it's just like it's like a time capsule because they could never ban it there because
Yeah.
people wouldn't gamble. Right?
Yeah,
They're not going to sit. There's
exactly.
people that sit on the slot machines for 12 hours and smoke fucking 3 packs of cigarettes.
I
They
literally
can't do that. They're not going.
I hate casinos so much. I went one time
Yeah.
and it's just the most depressing shit I've ever seen. Like just the amount of like elderly people, they're just
Yeah.
like rubbing the screen and like fucking clapping their hands and doing weird shit.
Yeah.
Their little rituals. I'm like, this is just, I was like, get me out of here. I went
I'm
with
more-
my
I'm more of a
cousin.
I
social
agree. They're
gambler.
not really for me either.
I'm not a
Yeah,
gambler.
I've never liked them either.
I'm not a
For the
gambler
same
per
reason
se,
JP said.
but I love going into Old Vegas on Fremont Street and like hitting up the cheap tables, like the $3 tables, because it's more of a social thing with me. Like you're playing $3 tables is like whatever, but the crowd in there is so different. It's kind of like on your level, and I just sit there and bullshit with everybody and just have a good time and stuff. Like I'll throw down $50 if I win, I lose. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. It
I
is
think
what it
if
is.
I only
don't care.
saw like blackjack tables and poker tables and like cards and like the more skills games
Yeah.
and all that slot machine shit was in another room, I think it would make me feel better. But like, I'm not against gambling. I just like the degeneracy of like seeing
dude, it's
people
bad,
like throw
Yeah.
in their whole paychecks is like just disheartening to
dude.
me.
I've seen some crazy shit, man. Like we were in a casino in Vegas one time, and I watched this guy. He was throwing down $5,000 bets at this roulette table. He'd lose 5,000. Facial expression never changed. Another $5,000 gone. I watched him lose 25,000 in about 1 minute, and I was like, "What the fuck? You got way too much money, bro." Me and the wife were like, "What the fuck? Like, this is wild, dude." It's crazy to me, man. But like, yeah, if you have the money, it is what it is. But I'm not the gambler. The wife is. She loves to like sit there and like actually like play to win and shit. Like it's a social thing. I love bullshit with people from different. I've met so many crazy, cool people in Vegas, like from fucking, from Mississippi to fucking, like Ohio, like everybody. I love going there because it's just a tourist place, right? It's pretty fun like that. But
I mean, I like
I'm not a
sports
gambler.
betting a little bit. I like some blackjack, poker. Like that's all fine and cool and stuff.
Yeah.
Here, casually, you know what I mean? But like,
Yeah, fantasy football is about as gambly as I get for the most part.
I if I go to, like
Or
I
the
play
pick'em
blackjack
league.
and a little bit of roulette, and I don't play any of that. I hate slot machines. I hate every other game. Like I would play poker, like Hold'em, but it just takes.
I like
a long time.
watching people play poker, like the poker tours and shit like that.
Yeah.
I went down mad YouTube rabbit holes of watching people play poker. It's very entertaining.
I was actually watching poker earlier today on TV, one of the World Poker
World
Tours or
Series
whatever.
of poker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's kind of entertaining.
But yeah, like I've had friends that have joined tournaments in Vegas, and like we're talking like 10. It's a 10-12 hour kind of commitment kind of thing, right? Like
Well, shit, isn't Venom like a professional gambler or something?
Yeah, he does like online poker, like
Yeah.
I think as like a secondary source of income. Like he
That's
does
so
do it for
hard.
fun with like he'll go to people's houses and do it for fun, but I think he has a pretty like routine regimen of like online. And I also have another friend that does that too. I'm just like, damn, like if you're
Venom's
good
that
enough
girl
to
from
where
Red
you
Rooms.
Red Rooms.
I used to host
Yeah,
the
that's-
nights at my place all the time. Like we would have all the guys come over, $20 buy-ins, $10 rebuys, blah blah blah. Just shoot the shit and stuff. And
Casual shit like that, I love.
oh, dude,
Yeah.
it was every weekend for years. We did it over here, man.
I used to
still
like
have my
that.
poker table out there. It's all covered in movies right now because I'm prepping for 19 fucking thousand shows.
I used
But-
to like that shit in my early 20s, but I hung out with someone who was my age that had a cousin that was a couple years older than us, and him and his friends all clearly had a gambling addiction.
Mhm.
And that kind of thing turned me off so quick.
It's not
Even
fun
like
when you're playing
When you
with people
meet
that have
someone
those
that
problems.
has
Yeah.
a serious gambling addiction, it
it's not
does
fun.
turn you off, man.
like
it's
even
not
like
fun at all, yeah.
even watching them just play poker, like these guys were not making a lot of money, so like buying it for $20 a couple of times that was kind of a big deal. Like especially this was like 2000. This would have been like 2011, 2012 too, and like yeah, like these guys that like we're not making enough money where that shit was going to hold, and
Yeah,
I was
I-
constantly like spending like every like get a paycheck, I'll spend like $50-$60 on scratchies. Like
I
shit
didn't like to
that.
play with people that were like super serious about it. I was like, oh, I'm like, all of them lose the money, like, just keep rebuy. I'm like, fuck,
Yeah,
bro. Like, just
like,
have fucking fun here, man. Like, we're just
And,
shooting
like,
the shit, having beers. I've got trailers playing on in the background. It's like, fuck.
It just, I think I
Losing way
removed
too much
myself from that just type of thing pretty early on because I could see what around me like wasn't what I aspired to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, most times, like I haven't, as far as casinos, I haven't really partaken that much. But the few times I have, I really have the attitude of like I go in there with like a fixed amount of money that I know I won't have any harm losing. But like you can see those people that like they'll play, lose, hit up the ATM. Like I'm like I can never get into a cycle like that. Hell no.
Well, shit. Now they have like those ATMs like straight on the slot machines where you just like scan your shit.
Oh, tap the card
Yeah.
on the machine.
Oh, they'll do anything to like make you not leave the table. That's why they like come and bring you drinks all night, like for
Yeah.
free. They're gonna do anything to like make sure you.
Yeah,
stay
man.
at
If you're sitting at a table in Vegas, like it's just free drinks. As long as you're sitting there, it's all free drinks.
Yeah.
I just throw a fucking buck tip every time she comes over or brings me my drink or whatever. And I'm like, good, sweet. It's pretty wild. Free drinks.
Dave Z was like a blackjack dealer in Vegas, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
I don't think he likes casinos either.
Yeah, he's not like a gambler guy.
He's a big Vegas advocate, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love Vegas, man. It's fun. But yeah. I feel like that conversation was really bizarre.
Yeah,
we have not talked a lot of horror on this horror podcast.
I was kind of wondering how we got
Like, are we even like a quarter of the way through your notes of topics to bring up? Because we just kind of invented our own.
I actually didn't. The only notes I even took for this show was sneaking food in the cinema, idiots in the cinema, and people being late. That was all your shit. I was
all based off my experience from 2 days ago. That I was like, I got all this shit to say now. Because honestly, I think I've been pretty lucky with for how much I go. But I think a lot of it's because I tend to go to low attended screening times, so I don't run into a lot of the problems. But the downside of that, this is another thing I was going to bring up. The downside to like the low attended screenings is any person that does do something annoying, it feels 100 times amplified because like their little amount of noise can be heard to the whole theater. So it's like even more especially if you're by yourself and 1 to 2 people walk in right as the movie's starting, and what's going through your head is they're going to be the one, aren't they? That's going to fucking make this a ridiculous experience.
This motherfucker.
You can always tell. I'll be sitting there and I'll be texting you guys. And I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers just walked in. This is going to be a problem.
You can tell by their body language. Just watch their body language.
You can usually tell. Yeah, you can usually tell by their volume making their way to their seats.
I still can't get over the fact that people sit right next to you. Like when you pick your seats, why the fuck would you sit right in front of somebody or right beside when there's so many open seats in the theater?
So there is one theory that I've came to, and so like let's say me and you are on the app and pick our seats around the same time. There is like a 5-minute delay. So
no, I'll be in the theater. I'll be in the theater. Like usually I get my tickets like the day before, and like I'm literally the only person in there. And as I'm sitting, I'll be checking the app, and people are picking tickets around me, and I'm like, or seats, and I'm like, why would you fucking sit right in front of me? I'm clearly sitting there.
It only
that like never happens to me. Like
it only happened to me once, but I did think
almost every
weird. It was a very lean theater. Like there was a couple pockets of people scattered like all over the theater, and for some reason, some guy picked the seat directly next to me.
Well, so I was at the
what it could be. Too. It could be that like that guy always picks that seat, and he doesn't give a fuck who.
I'm like that dude. I always sit in the same seats every single time I'm there.
If that was his plan, it works because I went up to take a leak before the movie started, and when I came back, I sat a row back.
I have 100% moved from my assigned seat if like I get up to like go back out to the lobby
and there's like 15 minutes in and you're like, nobody's taking these seats.
Yeah. If I come back to the theater and like someone's like too close to where I'm sitting and the rest of the theater is empty, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna move.
My favorite, and this has happened to me twice. It's mostly on opening night, and it has to be like a thing like the whole family comes to. It happened to me during John Wick 4, and it happened during Sinners, where I bought a seat. It was just going to be a packed theater, and I bought a seat kind of like in the middle, but there was space around me when I bought it, and I end up sitting between like a family.
Oh god,
that's crazy.
Oh. Okay,
I watched John Wick 4 next to like some 8-year-old kid, and I was thinking to myself, like, dude, this kid must think this is the craziest thing he's ever seen in his life.
That's wild.
I love seeing kids go see movies. Like,
this kid loved it. I was like, yeah, dude, if I was that young watching this movie,
because that kid's going to be a future cinema fan because of those experiences.
Yeah. When I go with like my family. especially if it's like a kids or like a tween movie that like I'm only half interested in, I'm more there for them. I spend at least 50% of the movie watching them because I like to see their reaction to see because they definitely don't go as much as I went as a kid, not by my choice, by they're just
Oh, you're a better dad than I am. I don't give a fuck, man. I'm watching the damn movie.
Well, I do. I'm just kind of like hyped.
I agree with you.
Like
Mike. I love seeing their like friends or.
Oh, dude, I'm a terrible
reaction.
dad. I'm a fucking terrible dad for sure.
Well, it's just because I lived at the theater as much as I could growing up. They're not as into movies yet, at least. So the times I do take them, I just like to see how they're reacting to like a huge screen, this big booming sound, and like I like to see how even when they were like, because now they're a little older.
I get that.
Yeah, as a parent, it's just cool kind of to see.
I get that. My kid's just a really big pussy, and he doesn't like to go to the theater and see anything. So like he's scared of everything. Fucking Shadow.
Did your kid not want to see the FNAF movie or FNAF 2, Five Nights at Freddy's?
He never. No. It was funny because when he was a kid, he was like into that shit, and then when it became like a real thing, he was like, I even asked him like, "Do you want to go see that movie when it came out last year?" He's like, "No, because it's horror. He's scared shitless of it."
Oh, my oldest
Five Nights at
is 13 now. She's counting down the days till December because it comes out the first week of December, the sequel.
Like he's literally 15. He's turning 16 in February, or I mean in March. February. He's I don't even know my kid's birthday. In March, and yeah, he's a really big pussy. 100%.
So,
like I don't know how you could be fucking scared of Five Nights at Freddy when you're 15 years old. It's crazy to me, man.
So the last theater complaint I have, I think I forgot to tell you about this to add to your notes, but it is another thing from the same day. What is more annoying than the people that have to have a verbal auditory reaction to every joke or semi-funny line in the movie? They have to like laugh like it's the funniest thing they've ever heard, and they have to talk back to the
That guy's probably really high.
Dude, I hate that shit, man.
Mike, have you ever seen an Asian movie at an art house theater?
You would hate seeing a movie with Tyler, I bet.
Oh, dude, no. Have you ever seen an Asian movie at an art house theater?
God, they're shitting in their mouth.
Or a foreign movie in general.
Okay.
Oh my God, the performative laughter at those places.
I feel like
put my head in an oven.
I feel like there's certain movies that I know like if they should be like a raucous crowd for. Like I will give leeway. Like when I saw way back in the day a sneak preview for like Harold and Kumar, like I expected the crowd to be crazy. I was at Keeper and this like middle-aged lady, probably around my age, maybe a little older, she was like having outbursts of laughter that I wouldn't even consider it jokes. It was just kind of like banter between the characters. And like, I was just, and of course she's sitting way too close to me. So I have to hear like, I was just like, damn, like, please shut the hell up.
I hate to
I was getting close.
But that's kind of me, like seeing movies like Smile. I'm always laughing during movies like that.
Laughing at the terribleness of something is
it's just like every time there's like a jump scare, I just like laugh. I don't know what it is.
Well, I love the awkward laughing at things that like you're like, should I be laughing at?
Like for instance, like in the News File too, like there's a part that's like it's clearly meant to be scary, but like he bashes his face like with like a pan or something right at the beginning. And like it literally makes like a Looney Tunes like anvil like boom sound, and I just busted out laughing because I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I think there was like some uncomfortable laughter in the crowd at Die My Love, just because of like what the movie
I
was
probably
about.
would just laugh because like it's like I laugh at shit like that sometimes when it's just like so absurd the way you're seeing it on screen. Like almost like I can't believe I'm seeing this on a movie screen.
I hate awkward laughing in theaters where people feel like they're obligated to laugh at some shit.
Oh, that's
like,
awful.
I'm like, why?
The
it's not fucking funny. Like, dude, it drives me nuts. People are fucking lame.
Well, there's the people that do that because they want you to like, they want to like let everyone know that they're smart and they think it's funny. Like they get the humor. That's why I say it's usually like at these foreign movies, there's so much performative laughter because they want to make sure that you know that they know it's supposed to be.
I don't generally go to a lot of movies where it's like laugh out funny, anyways. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
watch a lot of horror films and stuff. I mean, there's funny parts, but like, I don't know.
I was pretty laugh out loud funny at weapons, but I think that was supposed to be funny.
I laughed out loud too when the kids broke through the fence. I don't know, that part just made me laugh. I was like, that's fucking so
I just
stupid.
kept laughing the time because they kept like they'd set it up like it was gonna be like something really serious was gonna happen. Then like someone would just get like attacked by like a guy with his face ripped off, and it'd be funny to me. It just felt like whitest kid you know humor.
Yeah.
All right, I got my theater therapy session out. So,
You have a list for Bava?
There actually is one here. It's from colander.com. I don't know if we've ever done. I don't know when this thing was posted. I can't find a date on this, so no idea. But it is according to colander.com. So this is a 10 best Mario Bava movies ranked. I apologize if this one, I'm pretty sure we didn't read this one before. It's got to be, oh no, this is published in 2024. So quite obviously we didn't do this. All right. So number 10, we have The Girl Who Knew Too Much.
Okay.
I feel
Interesting.
like that's too low. But
All
we'll
right.
see.
So number 9 is Rabid Dogs.
I don't really like this movie.
I haven't seen that one.
Interesting.
This one was disappointing for me because it seemed like something I was really going to like, and I was really excited to watch my family, but I just really didn't care for it.
Did you watch the original cut of the film or the recut Lamberto Bava one,
I really don't know, honestly.
which is called Kidnapped?
I think that's what I watched.
Okay, so yeah, that one's quite different. Like that's the thing with these
Dude,
Italian,
that's why I
like a
didn't
lot of
like
these
it.
recuts, man, they're fuck. They make the movies.
I just didn't even know. I had trouble finding it for the longest time, and then like I found it on Kino under Kidnap, so I just thought it was an alternate title.
Yeah, it's actually it is an alternate title, but it's like it's a different cut of the film. Like Lamberto Bava went in there and did like a bunch of shit. It's crazy. It's it's scored differently. It's a different.
I remember not liking the score, so maybe that had something to do.
No,
with
the
it.
original Rabid Dogs is way better. Honestly, it's way better. A lot of the recuts, there's not too many I actually really enjoy, but number 8, Planet of the Vampires from 1965. Number 7 is Danger Diabolique, which is, this is like probably the only Mario Bava film I've ever seen I don't really care for. Interesting why that's on here. Number 6 is The Whip and the Body, which we covered before. It's such a jarring movie hearing Christopher Lee with like a dubbed voice. It's fucking strange. Number 5 is A Bay of Blood, 1971. Number 4 is Kill Baby Kill from 1966, which is a fantastic film.
All right.
Number 3 is Black Sabbath from 63. Number 2 is Black Sunday. And of course, number 1 has to be Blood and Black Lace.
Yeah,
So no Bear in Blood, no $5 in August Moon.
I would probably
no Hatchet for a Honeymoon.
I'd have
which I would take out Danger Diabolique and put in probably Hatchet for the Honeymoon at least.
I'd have the Girl Who Knew Too Much higher, but there's nothing too crazy on the top end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd probably favor Hatchet for the Honeymoon in there.
Yeah, and like I said, Danger Diabolique is not even a film I prefer the
pretty
Hercules movie.
I probably have Bay of Blood a little lower. I know that might be kind of a unpopular opinion, but I like all those gothic movies more than Bay of Blood.
Bay of Blood is just like a straight up slasher film.
It almost feels like Friday the 13th.
Well,
there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
I like that. What's his name? The Luigi Steely's in it.
Funniest
He's always
comment.
pissed off.
Like Friday the 13th Part 2 is like literally steals directly from Bay of Blood.
100% it does. Yeah. That's funny.
Hey guys, did you know?
That was awesome.
Yeah, I don't think the ranking's like horrible or anything.
No.
I've
Like
seen
I
a
said,
lot
I would
worse.
take out Danger Diabolique for sure and put in
Like
something
that
else.
fucking ranking of Wes Craven movies that had Red Eye number 3.
Like even $5 for August Moon, I'd put that over Danger Diabolique. But even the Hercules
like
movie, I put that one over
I
that one
like that
too.
movie. I don't know how great, like,
It's just Agatha Christie. It's cool.
it's at
It's
least
10 Little Indians.
Yeah.
I also like Baron Blood more than a couple of
I
those.
haven't seen that one. It's been sitting on my shelf for years.
It's good. Yeah, I like it. But Kill Baby Kill is probably, in my opinion, one of the most underrated Bava films. It doesn't get mentioned as much as, like, obviously,
I like that whole like block of like 60s gothic movies that he did.
Yeah. The Whip and the Body is really good too. But
Baby Kill's really good, dude. Yeah.
yeah. All right. Well, you guys have anything else you guys want to discuss? Any more theater stories?
Nope.
Mike?
My theater crowd
Sneaking in Wendy's?
Did anybody see Running Man?
Carl's Jr. in your pocket? Dude, that's crazy.
The funny thing is, every theater story I brought up was literally all from 2 days ago. Like,
did you go see Running Man?
It was a trifecta.
I think I might actually go. I've only seen horror films in the theater this year, but I might go see The Running Man because it is actually my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. So I'm kind of curious on this remake.
Yeah, if I had time to see more, I would probably go, because why not? I got like the plan. Like,
yeah, I might go see it.
Most of what I've heard is like it's the third act is what's going to make it or break for the people that really like it versus the people that think it's only okay. Because what I heard, it is much more faithful to the book. But then there's something in the third act.
Well, the novella, the short story, which is interesting because the adaptation that was done before was not even anything like the story. So this movie is going to be completely different.
Yeah, I'll probably see it eventually, but because I'm trying to think if anything comes out this upcoming week for horror in the theater. What is it going to be? November 20 something?
There's not much. I mean, what's left? Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Usually any week that there's no horror in the theater, that's when I start going like, okay, is there like a action movie, or is there like something at the art house that I couldn't see the previous week?
Mm-hmm.
So if there is nothing horror, that might be when I go see it.
This has been like an insane Stephen King year. The most Stephen King shit we've seen in forever in 1 year. You had Welcome to Derry. You had The Institute on MGM Plus, which I haven't seen.
Oh, interesting.
And then you had freaking The Monkey, The Long Walk, and The Running Man for theatricals.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Wow.
And kind of The Life of Chuck a little bit, because that one, although it aired a little bit last year, I think, at like festivals and stuff, I think it got its wide release this year.
I saw Chainsaw Man.
I mean, if you actually go through the archives with Stephen King, like how many years go by that there is no adaptations or something Stephen King related that comes
Probably
out?
none.
Like it seems like there's at least some. It's pretty fucking rare. This
Probably
guy is so
literally none
prolific.
since 1976.
That's pretty wild.
I don't see anything in 2021. I don't
All
see
right,
anything.
just prove me wrong already. Well,
Nope. There was The Stand. Half of it aired in 21.
Oh, there you go.
Tyler,
Right.
what's the relation of the
I forgot
Chainsaw
that they
Man
redid
movie
that.
to the show? Is it like a next part, or how does it
It's
work?
like a side plot.
Okay.
Dude, that shit looks horrible, bro.
That was pretty good.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, the look of it looked horrible. Like, I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but like,
I'm not
what the fuck
crazy
am I
about
looking at, bro? It
He's a
doesn't even. It
demon.
looks like a fucking
He's a demon hunter.
a demon hunter.
Yeah,
He
he's
has
like
a
part
chainsaw
demon.
for a head.
Well, that's like how he goes into attack. He doesn't just like walk around like that. He has
But Chainsaw Man is really big, dude.
Yeah. He doesn't just walk around like that. He's like a dude that like has like a demon living inside of him that's like fused with him, and he like pulls his like little chainsaw thing in his arms and head get like that, and he's
I'm gonna go see it on Tuesday.
What about Chainsaw Man Badlands? Would you go see that?
Chainsaw Man.
I don't have any interest in seeing Badlands whatsoever, man. Fuck Disney.
Just see it so I can hear what you have to say about it out of
I
curiosity.
mean, I might go see it next week just to talk shit on JP for giving it fucking 7 out of 10, but because I mean, I'll keep an open mind. I'll go into it, but
You're not gonna like it.
I know I'm not gonna. Dude, it just looks like fluff to me, man. It's fluff. And Disney sucks, bro. I'm really shocked. Like, you're like one of the only people that I've heard recently say that they enjoyed it. Like,
well, my
trying to
thing
be
is
different,
like,
man. He's trying to be different.
I'm not even
I like
anti-Disney
about
necessarily. Just some of the things that they do to existing properties. I'm not.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, Disney sucks in that realm, especially what they've done with the Star Wars films and stuff like that. They've made all of those fucking fluff too. But like, it's the fact that like they're just so anti like physical media. So everything that they own through like 20th century.
They're like
Fox and all
the
shit,
fucking Apple.
Dude, all this shit is now they're all relics. Like, we're never getting any of these
They
fucking
are.
movies.
Disney and Apple are fucking like sisters.
Oh, quit talking shit on fucking Apple, dude. It's fucking old school.
They have the same
Disney is
mindset.
fucking clown shit, though. Disney is clown shit for sure.
They're all assholes.
Well, it feels like they take existing properties and they're just going to make them all into MCU type.
I just
stuff.
don't like the fact that like, they have properties of so many, basically movies. Like all the
apparently they own fucking Inferno.
Well, they do because it was 20th Century Fox.
Fox.
They do own that film, and it's
sucks.
never going to get a Region 1 release ever again. Region
why the
2,
hell
we
not?
might get another Region 2 release.
That's like the
because
one major
rights
Argento
are
I don't have on 4K.
in Region 1 for that. So I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, that's weak.
It is fucking.
But hey, JP, Venom liked Badlands a ton. So hey, you
Really?
can't lie there. Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no.
like the way that I described it is like if you're like it's not like Predator like the 80s movies, right? Like it's just not even anywhere close to that. Or even Predator 2008 or whatever year that one came out. It's like an adventure movie, you know what I mean? That features a predator. So it's like it reminds me of like I said, like Skull Island, like King Kong or something, where it's like they go to this mysterious area and there's like all these monsters and different like life forms that are dangerous and shit like that. And yeah, the story was a little bit fucking corny, but I thought the creative concepts of creatures and stuff was entertaining. And
There's there's more that you like about it.
Fluff.
and I actually found some of it kind of funny.
Oh,
Disney's not
no.
funny. Disney's not funny.
Man.
It was a little funny.
Wow. Okay, well, I definitely got to go see this next week, so I'll report back. Next week.
It's like funny in that like fish out of water, like in the Terminator, like 2, when like Arnold's with Edward Furlong and he just doesn't understand concepts of human shit. Like you
No.
can't just kill people. Why? Like that type of thing.
Why?
It has that
he's a
same
fucking
sort
robot.
of humor. Yeah.
See, now you're listing off reasons why I think T2 is less good than T1. So it makes sense.
It's just not though, bro. I love T1. Like it's a great
I mean,
movie.
I love T2,
But
but I
T2
just think
is
it's less
literally like there's a couple movies I consider perfect. That's one of them. I like literally
What,
think-
T2?
I think
Yeah, the
T1's
story-
the perfect
the-
one to me.
T2
No, the
actually
story in
literally
T2
has mistakes in the film, though. It's like actually
the
technically
story
not
in
even a perfect
T2
movie.
is fucking perfect, dude.
Yeah, I think T2 is better than T1, but I would rather
Oh,
watch
dude.
Terminator. But
I would
do
rather
think
watch
T2 is
Terminator
better.
1 all fucking day. If I
I'd
swear to
watch
God, if
them both
T2 didn't
back to
have,
back.
if it didn't have the Guns N' Roses soundtrack, I'd like, no.
What is wrong with you?
Probably a
Like
lot.
that
Probably a
arc
lot.
between Arnold and Edward Furlong is amazing. Like it's so good. And
I
then
mean,
on top of that, like what happened to Sarah Connor, like
Sarah
is
Connor.
just amazing. Like the way they take her character,
Sarah
completely
Connor.
different from the first film. Like
Yeah.
she has such a great arc, and it's a multi arc too. Like it's just at first she's like just a crazy
If you're talking in terms of
doomsday
characters,
prepper.
I think the first film is just so damn dark. I love the concept of it.
It's dread. It's dark. It's oncoming doom.
I mean-
it's there's no way out of this. Even if you win, you still lose. Like it's
Yeah.
like everything I want in sci-fi horror.
Yeah, it's good. It's great. But there's
I mean,
more.
but that's the
T2.
thing. It's like I
It's a
don't have
sci-fi
much
slasher
criticism.
film, man.
I don't have much criticism of T2, to be honest. Like, I still would rank it super high. I still think it's super good. It's just that if I am comparing both of them side to side on what I like about T1, I think T2 is like an excellent popcorn flick version of T1. So if I had to pick, my preference is with like the dark sci-fi, like terror or horror over like the Terminator popcorn flick version. But as a popcorn flick, it's still way up there and really good.
But I think like also with T2, it doesn't like sacrifice any things that T1 set up. Like in terms of like story wise, like it is a actual follow up that makes sense. And,
yeah, it does.
Like the just like the way that the new like I love the liquid metal shit too. That is so fucking. It's even scarier than the first Terminator because it's like, dude, this fucking thing can't be killed. It just remorphs itself.
Yeah, and I understand that argument that we have a more advanced Terminator. So, but then it's like, but you also have a more effective like protector of the good of like the protagonist in T2 as well. So to me, that
but it makes Arnold
cancels
like
out
obsolete, bro. Like if you thought Arnold was scary, this thing smokes Arnold like 99 times out of 100.
Arnold's obsolete.
Yeah,
I'm obsolete. Knives and snapping weapons.
But I love the first one too. I love the dark grittiness of it, and
yeah, it's neck and neck to me. I mean,
it's really good. Like it honestly, like what year? 87 or something. What year did it come out?
84, I think. Terminator,
the first Terminator, like 84.
84. Like
Yeah.
I would genuinely consider having that on my top 10 list if we pull that year.
Yeah.
Well,
I
in
mean,
84, 84 is kind of a weird year.
I'd probably
Right,
have it on mine. Probably my number one.
I love that movie. And it always, I never even thought of it not as a horror film when I was a kid.
84 is like this weird transitional period where it's like the early 80s was just so heavily stuffed with slashers and stuff. And then it kind of died out in 83. And then 84 was like, what do we do? There were still slashers.
Freddy
What do we
came
do
out.
now?
No, there's heavy hitters from that year, but like the year is it's a weird year. And then 85 hits and it's like, well, we're going to be a little bit funny. And then that's one of the best years ever.
That shit might be in my number one that year.
Right?
well, I just love between like
transitional,
movies
yeah.
like Terminator, Blade Runner, and then later like RoboCop, kind of the vision of what the future would be with like self-learning tech. And now we're
Are you a big
actually
fan of the
entering
first-
the AI era?
The
Videodrome.
the original Blade Runner, you're a big fan of that film?
I am.
well, it's so
I
I
think
like
it's
the new one. I haven't seen the new one
The
actually.
new
to be
one's
honest.
so fucking good too.
I know I've never seen
The
it.
new one
It's
is
just
good.
crazy because I like the original Blade Runner film, but I heard a lot of people say that the new one's better than the original one.
It's
I think that-
honestly, I'm not ready to say that, but there's a real argument. I can see why someone would say that. I think like the original Blade Runner is one of the best ones.
I don't think it's better, but
But-
it is very good. And I think the original Blade Runner is one of the most misunderstood.
I would say like
movies
the
when
newest
people see
Blade
it for the
Runner
first
is
time.
probably
Yeah, you definitely have to watch a couple
like
times.
probably,
People think it's
probably
an
one of the
action
best
movie, and
sci-fi.
that's the
not-
problem.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think
No, it's
84.
It's like a
too,
sci-fi
bro.
neo-noir, not an action movie. And I think a lot of people, because of the other kind of tech movies that were
it
coming
is.
out at
It's
the
like
time,
sci-fi neo noir.
Yeah, they go into
sure.
Blade Runner thinking, "Oh, this is going to be like another Terminator or something," and then they're disappointed. But then when they revisit it with the proper context, they're like, "Oh no, that shit was."
Yeah, I
good,
think a
and
lot
it
of
had
people
lot to
do get it
say."
misconstrued. That they think going into it's going to be like a straight up action film, but then it's actually not.
Yeah, when I was a
that.
kid, when I was a kid and
I can see
couldn't
that
look
argument.
up much about movies. I rented it. I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't really understand the concept and the messaging
Oh,
behind it.
dude,
but-
when I watched Blade Runner way too young, and I was confused as shit by it. I didn't know what the fuck I was watching.
especially because
I watched it
the
in
opening,
college.
the wake up time to die, it feels like
Yeah.
it's setting up this big action confrontation movie, and that's just not what it is.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
The
Yeah.
thing about 84 is there's some like interesting choices you have to make in that year, like Terminator, Ghostbusters. You also
Oh,
have Toxic Avengers. in
Ghostbusters
there.
it's a horror comedy. It's a comedy horror.
I mean, it's not listed as horror, but
Really?
Body Double.
Body
it's
double.
comedy fantasy. for Ghostbusters.
How is Ghostbusters not have a horror
Threads?
tag on it? It literally
Threads?
has fucking.
Threads is another one that I was
The
thinking
opening of Ghostbusters is a nice little horror cold opening.
Of course, man. In the fucking in the library.
What's simple?
That
Yeah.
shit's scary as hell, man. It's great effects too.
Yeah, there's a lot of different choices to make in 84.
Body
Repo
Double.
Man.
Oh,
Body Double is not a horror. It's a fucking.
I wouldn't
like,
call it one, but
No.
What
It's
about
good.
Threads?
Mermaid Legend, Threads, Mermaid Legend, Crimes of Passion.
Crimes
Yeah,
of
that's
Passion.
another
Oh, I
one.
love that movie, man.
Yeah, there's some definitely
Anthony Perkins. Oh my god, movie's so good.
interesting choices on that
Yeah.
there.
Kathleen
I would definitely say Mermaid Legend counts.
Kathleen Turner
Razorback.
and Anthony Perkins in the same movie is just like Hollywood
Dreamscape.
gold to me. It's crazy. Love both of them.
Wow, there's a lot of movies not lit. Savage Streets. There's a lot of movies not listed as horror that could.
Savage Streets, yeah, but it's again, it's a rape.
I wouldn't really
revenge
call
film.
Savage Streets, but like
It's
I'm getting
rape
down the
revenge.
line now. But you have like Dreamscape that I would probably call a horror movie.
Yeah.
Blonde
Dreamscape's
Death.
actually really cool. It almost feels like fantasy at times though too.
Yeah, it is. It's like fantasy, like horror. It's kind of like Insidious. Not Insidious, Inception.
Right. Yeah. But yeah,
Right.
84 has some big heavy hitters, doesn't it though? And it's like, and then it kind of tapers off like in like the straight horror picks
Oh yeah.
for sure. I mean, that's, oh no, Sleepaway Camp's 83, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think they
So you even got the
changed it.
John Carpenter movies. So you even got the John Carpenter movie Starman, which isn't like a horror movie, but it is it's an alien movie.
Right.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess that's probably should wrap up the intro here because I feel
Yeah.
like it's going on for like over an hour and a half or whatever. It's crazy.
I think it's gone on for like 2 hours, honestly.
My
This
bad.
might be one of the
I-
longest intros we've ever had.
I kept adding like topics, I think, right when you were ready to move on, like 3 times.
22 shots of tangents and horror, of course. All right, so that's going to conclude the intro, and yeah, we'll be back here with some Mario Bava momentarily.
And now, our feature presentation.
All right, so getting into the featured reviews here on episode 304. Yeah,
I
304.
think so.
I already forgot what episode it was. We're going to take it all the way back to 1963 with a film called The Girl Who Knew Too Much, also known as the AIP re-edited and recut The Evil Eye.
I will say the next time I watch these movies, I will watch the AIP version just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
I fucking did what you said and watched the real versions.
Well, you have to. We have to be on the same
Not
page, bro.
necessarily.
No, it doesn't even make
I
sense
like
to watch
when
different
there's
versions
somebody
of the
that watched the other version because
Yeah,
we get the
film.
remember
I
that
can't
time?
stand it. I can't
Remember
stand
that
it.
time we did Choose the Blind Dead and you guys got to see the good version? I was like, what? I didn't get to see any of that.
Well, that's on. That's just you being a dumbass.
I didn't even know there was multiple cuts. I just said, oh, great. It's streaming on Amazon. I'll watch it.
well, I was mad because I didn't get to watch. I've had this fucking Blu-ray of Black Sabbath in my collection for like 5 years. I didn't even get to open it because fucking I had to watch it on Tubi.
Well, fucking
Because-
thank Kino for releasing those things like that. Fucking stupid.
It's funny, too, because I also bought from Kino for $9.99.
But you got
Yeah.
the right one.
Yeah, but it was just
You know
the
what's
luck of the
funny?
draw.
What back when I bought that, when Moodz started talking about this, I remember I posted my pickups in one of the chats that we had, and Derek actually pointed out that I bought the wrong version or the AIP version back then. I totally forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I remember being mad
I got
about
the right version by complete luck of the draw. That was
Well,
on
yeah,
sale.
me too,
That's
because
what
I think
got.
both of them were the same price. I just picked the one with the cooler cover because the AIP version
might have-
has the better cover.
And I would have picked that one too, so maybe I just maybe that was the only one on sale that time or something, and I just got it because I own literally all of Bava's movies for the most part, just because they're all on Kino sales.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, The Girl Who Knew Too Much. Synopsis: a mystery novel loving American tourist witnesses a murder in Rome and soon finds herself and her suitor caught up in a series of killings. So, this film right here is, quite obviously the title is taken from, The Man Who Knew Too Much, the Alfred Hitchcock film, because Mario Bava was a big fan of Hitchcock, quite obviously. So that's where this title comes from. And this is widely known as being kind of the start of the giallo genre. Early. I mean, it's pretty much in its infancy here. I mean, he definitely ups the ante when he puts out Blood and Black Lace a couple years later.
1 year later.
Yeah, 1 year later. So it's quite different. But this one definitely has a lot of the elements, but it also is missing some of the elements. I mean, when we think of giallos, we think of the POV Black Glove Killer, which this is definitely does not have that. Even the sleaziness is not a very sleazy film at all. In fact, it's not sleazy at all. It's just different. It's different in structure a little bit, but it still has a lot of the same kind of thriller elements and the mystery of who the actual killer is and stuff. And of course, twists and turns. But again, this is the one that kind of started it all. And so, I mean, it's definitely different because the one, besides this one not having the POV Black Glove Killer in it, the one element of this movie that's really interesting that you probably never see in any giallos after the fact is the narration.
Mm-hmm. That's noir.
Yeah, it's super noir feeling.
This felt unless that had been a popular thing that people said. Honestly, I wouldn't have even thought that watching this movie. This almost felt like if Hammer made a Hitchcock movie to me.
Really? I don't think it's I mean, when I think of Hammer, I think of Gothic.
It felt like just a Gothic, almost like a Gothic crime thriller to me.
I don't get Gothic.
You in the right movie?
I don't get Gothic tones from this film at all because it's set in it's set in everyday kind of Roman shit. I don't know. It doesn't feel like that.
Yeah, I didn't really get that vibe either. I didn't get a lot of giallo vibes from this one. I definitely see that it's got the proto elements.
It's a murder mystery. It's a murder mystery core.
Yeah, murder mystery, noir. I got those vibes a little bit more. There's some really good lighting and shots and shit in this movie as well. I love the scene where she's inside and the person's outside and you can see them through the curtains and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I love stuff like that.
Her facial acting is so good in this movie too.
It's a trippy movie, right? Because when you watch the Italian version, which doesn't actually have a dub for it, because we're watching John Saxon, right? An American actor.
Very young
stud here. Sexy John Saxon, it's but
is John Saxon not one of the best unsung? I mean, he gets a lot of praise and stuff, but the amount of actually great stuff that he's in is awesome, dude.
I know.
Yeah,
he really does. Yeah. But the story is very interesting with this film because when Saxon came over to do this film, apparently he was under the impression that he was going to be doing some type of art house type film and whatever. And Mario Bava didn't take that lightly, and he gave him kind of the cold shoulder through the whole production. I guess he was quite mean to Saxon the entire time because he wanted to do this certain type of film, and he's like, Saxon is in a different movie. So they didn't really quite get along during the filming of this film. So I thought that was quite interesting, but it is weird. When you watch these Italian films and you see American actors and there's no dub, it's that's not Saxon's voice.
Yeah.
I always find that really interesting. But it's cool to see Saxon in such an early role and getting his chops over in Italy.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that we kind of bring up early kind of signs of the upcoming giallo genre being birthed, because I think that's often what happens with movies that you can say are an early prototype is you're kind of taking elements of the old, which is neo-noir with the narration, and they're trying to do something new, but that new thing that's on the horizon isn't fully realized yet. So you often get elements of the old mixed with something new. And then that's why I think you can look at this movie as you're watching it and say, hey, I can see why giallo was on the horizon with like this movie and where it was going. Whereas if you watch something full on giallo, you say, okay, yeah, eventually these other elements get added in that would make it super recognizable right away to say giallo. But I think when you watch this, it's probably a director that was a fan of like noir from like, 20, 30 years prior.
Murder mysteries
So
and
he's
thrillers and
taking-
stuff, right? Because he was Mario Bava always said that like he was a big Hitchcock fan. So if you watch this film with that in mind, it's not straight up Hitchcockian, but it is still a mystery and it still has a lot of those type of elements. But
I mean, it
also
definitely
incorporating their
feels
own too.
very Hitchcockian to me.
Yeah.
It does.
Mhm.
And it's so different though, right? Because a lot of giallos have, like I said, the POV black up killer, and there's also multiple murders. This movie actually only has one murder in the whole
I know
movie.
that's why when you were reading the synopsis, I was trying to think because they say something about like murders, and I'm like, trying to think back. I'm like, was there more?
Yeah, and they try to play it off like our lead protagonist is an unreliable, kind of character and stuff like that. Like it's so funny. There's one scene in this film that makes me laugh too. It's like, no, she was obviously suffering from alcoholism, and she was seeing this shit, blah blah. It wasn't true, and I was like, holy shit, they're going all out here,
Sounds
man.
good to me.
I was gonna bring that up as like it's
so-
something you see in films, the trope of the hysterical woman. But then I'm looking at this is 1963, so I'm like, was it even a trope back then, or is that just what they thought of women way back then? So it was like natural to put like a hysterical woman.
It's funny too because in that scene she's like, I wasn't even drinking, and I'm like, oh, they just chalked it up to that she was being delusional due to alcoholism. I'm like, this is
Because
amazing.
you remember.
It made me think of Rosemary's Baby, which I've referenced to your guys' recent show because I was happy with Tyler having it so high on his list. But a lot of the running time in that, Rosemary's kind of seen as like the hysterical woman that everyone's like, oh, sure, yeah, just go back to bed, go back to rest.
Like
so when I was
Gaslight the
watching
movie.
this, when I was watching this, it made me think of like the trope of the hysterical woman in a lot of like noir, murder mysteries, horror, especially of that era.
Yeah, they definitely play off that a lot in the film where she's not reliable. Like, oh, did she actually see this or not, or whatever? I mean, it still has the elements of what giallos became to be, like a lot of red herrings and shit like that. Like they're here. There's definitely there is a lot of moments. I still think the goofiest moment in the film, which is unintentionally funny, is the scene where she's getting all paranoid and shit, and she sets up the booby traps, and John Saxon's character comes through the fucking door and destroys the whole fucking.
Yeah,
it's so fucking goofy. It's just like, and then it's over.
She's
That's
throwing
it for that
fucking
whole
powder on the floor. She got
Yeah.
1,700 yards of twine.
Yeah.
You know what part
But
cracked
he
me
comes
up?
in so out of like control though too. He's like comes in there and just destroys the whole fucking thing. It's hilarious how it happens, and then that's just it. It never cuts back to it, so it's pretty funny.
Tell me-
I was going to say real quick, one part that cracked me up just because it reminded me of something from childhood when she's walking by the painting and like the eyes kind of follow, and then she kind of walks away, but the POV shot from the camera makes it seem like the eyes are following, even though they're just straight on. It reminded me when I was a kid and I had posters on my wall and they were just walking around your room. That optical illusion of making it seem like the eyes on the poster were actually following you when they weren't. But so it was just kind of
Because when you change your angle of attack when you're looking at something, it always seems like it's moving with you, right? That's why it always seems like eyes are moving, right? But it's just basically you moving. You're actually causing that to do that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So yeah.
Did you guys know that John Saxon's name is Carmine Arico?
No, I thought it was John Saxon.
No, that's a stage name. Yeah, I knew. I knew that.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Look at his backstory. Saxon was born as Carmine Arico in Brooklyn, New York, 1936. His father, Antonio Arico, was a New York dock worker. And mother
That is
was
some
an
old school shit
immigrant
right there.
from a small town in Italy.
Yeah.
And the primary language spoken at home was Italian. And,
They used to speak
Italy.
What do you
Check
speak
this out.
Italy?
I didn't know this about him either. He played he started like doing like modeling, and he did a cover of a detective magazine where he was playing a Puerto Rican guy who gets shot and falls over a garbage can while his girlfriend looks on. And this agent guy like saw him and was like, he was 17 years old at the time, and he was like, I gotta get this kid. And he fucking went and found this kid and hired him and gave him the name John Saxon. And he worked at Universal in 1954 for $150 a week after that.
Oh.
So literally just one of those stories of like, saw this kid and made him a big star or whatever. And then, I mean, his film credits is insane.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
he's
And
done, like,
he actually did.
He's in every type of movie.
He did a few Italian joints. Like, I mean,
Oh yeah, Cannibal Apocalypse is one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah.
Of course,
Enter
Black
the Dragon
Christmas.
might be one
Which
of
I
the
think
first
he was
things I
under the
saw him
impression
in.
they were making a cannibal film in that one either, right? So he's always under the impression he's doing.
How did they hide that from him?
I don't know.
Talent.
Yeah, the scorpion with two tails. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, since he speaks Italian or Italy,
Speaks
they would, contract him. But I've always been a big fan of John Saxon.
I'm
I
pretty
think
fucking
he's
sure
awesome.
the filming they were speaking English though. Like, I don't think he was actually speaking Italian.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. So it is dubbed then.
Yeah, no, it's 100%. I think when they shot it in English. Definitely, like his parts he's definitely speaking English. So I don't know about the main
Why?
actors, but I mean that's common American actor, I guess. I don't know, but again, they shot in these days. They shot everything without sound, right? So it didn't matter. They'd always do dubs
Yeah.
for both, but there's no English dub for this movie. It's crazy. It's interesting.
So even the evil eye is in Italian.
No, I think that version is dubbed in English.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is it's interesting too, because like in the Evil Eye, so the movie is longer, but they take a bunch of like random scenes that were on different releases throughout the world and stuff, and they added a bunch of like, just extra scenes within the film.
So
But-
weird because normally they're cutting shit out.
Yeah, so they actually add a bunch of shit which changes, and the score is different. It changes the tone a little bit, and it also feels like it's edited for like content too. Because in the Italian version, when she's talking about like smoking marijuana, cigarettes, and stuff in the beginning, and even in the end of the film, when she's like, "Was this all a dream? I was smoking marijuana, cigarettes, and shit like that." 1963, remember, folks? So they cut out all that shit in the Evil Eye, because that was too taboo for America, apparently, at the time. You can't talk about marijuana cigarettes, which is fucking wild to me.
Cigarettes.
Dude, listen, the
all
possum
changed.
defense with women in these old movies is like it's so funny to me, because it's like they see a murder or something and then they faint, and it's like, bro, like that is the worst defense ever for this. Like the guy's gonna walk over and stab you in the chest.
Yeah.
Like it's the possum defense.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the one thing about this movie that I always think about when I watch it is the narration. Like,
I love
just
it.
adding that
I like the narration, yeah.
exposition in there is like, and it kind of forces the plot forward a little bit too. It's like it adds all this stuff. It's like thoughts, but it's like still plot driven. It's like, it's pretty interesting that they did it. But like,
When you guys first seen this, did you guys know who the killer was?
No.
no, absolutely not.
No.
No, and
I didn't remember who the killer was for this watch either.
I think that the reveal in this film is actually quite compelling for
I think it's
1963.
really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
for
pretty
sure.
good. Yeah.
I like how they tried to do the fake out on the beach scene when he's like, "It's almost time," or he's like, "I can't hold out any longer," but it's to go kiss her.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of ballsy actually. You don't really see it coming, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
Because John Saxon being the killer seems like a very giallo thing to do, but they
Yeah.
don't. They only red herring it for this one.
yeah, I mean, they red herring a lot of shit. I mean, the husband and stuff. Like, there's this really great transitional scene where, she's in the in the place there, and they show a picture of the husband, and it he kind of fades out, but it shows you it's like a red herring without even saying a word about it, right? It's like, it's too obvious that it's, but I really like that scene. I think it's really cool. So, but
I like the alphabet killer concept as well.
it is questionable when you get the reveal because, the reveal in the film is one of those things where you're like, okay, well, we've seen this, that type of reveal has been done a million times over, the whole kind of greed thing or whatever. But like, the killer has to be completely batshit insane to continue along with doing murders, right? Because there's a motive.
What do you mean?
There's an original motive for why the first person is killed, right? Starts with an A.
Other than their name starts with an A?
Yeah. Well, there's a motive to why that first person is killed, right? There's an actual motive, but then there's no real motive for.
But didn't the killer pick up off of a previous killer? Isn't that the idea? She didn't do the first three?
No.
Because that was like 12 years earlier or something.
Yeah, no, it's spread out. But like the original killing, they disclosed the entire motive for the original killing, right? And then, which, do you remember what it was? Like why the sister in the film was murdered. She was the first victim.
Well, she was. Hold on. I thought that the murder that our lead character witnesses.
Yeah.
I thought that was the only murder that this person did.
No. Because the person that's murdered in the film is basically the person that is the daughter of the person that was accused for the original murders. Right?
I think I missed that.
Yeah. So the person that's killed in this film is, so there's a character that they talk about that went to jail for the original murders, but he never.
Yeah, I remember that.
But this person never did that shit. But the sister knew, and to keep her quiet and stuff like that, she ended up getting fucking done. But the original murder, the sister that was killed in the story was killed for a specific reason. But that's where I say like the whole narrative is kind of bizarre because so she kills.
It's like the DC sniper, right? Like, didn't that guy and his like nephew or something, like, didn't his motive, he wanted to kill his wife, but like wanted to make it look like she just got picked off in a string of murders. So he went and killed like 17 more people.
I mean, I guess you could cover it up too, but like, you know, like they talk about the investigative report.
They have to kill 17 though. Like you're gonna stop at you couldn't stop at like 5.
Yeah, it's like I think he kind of got like into it.
Yeah, like our killer in this movie is batshit insane because like, you know, they reveal the whole reason why the first person was killed, and but then they continue along, but then they do it in alphabetical, and then they're like, you know, with the whole clippings and everything that's all revealed in there and stuff like that. It's like, you're just batshit insane. You're fucking batshit insane. So, yeah. So anyways, what are your guys' thoughts? Mike, what's your thoughts on the film?
Oh, I think it's great. I love how the story unfolds. I think.
But you understand what we're talking about here, like what JP apparently missed and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, I followed along pretty well. I mean, I have seen this one before. It wasn't a first time watch, so I mean, I already knew like the twists and turns, but it's been a while, so it was nice revisiting it. Like I said, I think it's where its place in like cinematic history is. It definitely feels like a transitional period of like going from noir to not quite yet giallo, but kind of early showings of what was to come. And I like the story, and I think John Saxon, young John Saxon, what a dream. But
dreamy,
yeah. Overall, I like it. I think it's a strong movie, strong early Bava.
Did you guys notice one thing in the like? I don't know if it's just the translation within the subtitles, but they kept calling like the housekeeper the doorkeeper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is a doorkeeper? I'm thinking like the crypt keeper.
I
like,
guess the doorman was like
no, she's literally the housekeeper, like the maid that was coming in.
Yeah,
they kept calling her the
I
doorkeeper.
just figured that's what they called it in Italian.
It's so weird to me. Yeah.
I didn't think too hard about it. Just assumed, okay, that's supposed to be the keeper in Italian.
Yeah. Yeah, good shit. Tyler, what are your thoughts on the film?
I liked it. I didn't really remember much about it. I did remember liking it the first time, but I think I ended up coming up with it. Maybe I appreciate the cinematography a little bit more. I'm just more comfortable watching black and white movies. But yeah, it just felt like to me like I guess I'm the only one like got gothic vibes on. Maybe it's just with the architecture and just how dark and gloomy it was. But it just it felt like almost like this Hammer-esque like Hitchcock movie to me, and I liked it a lot. It's definitely I definitely didn't think about it. I almost forgot that it's considered to be like a pro giallo because I wasn't even thinking of those elements. To me, like giallos have always been like the thing that distinguishes them is just like the fluidity and like the just like the orchestral like music about them that just really distinguishes them as their own thing from your typical murder mystery. And it's like if you look at just murder mysteries too, you can trace like all this stuff back to like and then back to like the Joseph von Sternberg like proto noirs. So I don't think the idea of just like twists and turns is completely owned by the giallo subgenre. But yeah, this is a really cool movie too, kind of sitting inside of the Bava filmography, where it's more of like it's definitely a horror movie, but it's more like a more of like a more of a hard-boiled like thriller or like noirish film than more of the other movies, and it just like it shows another angle to his directing, which is maybe why he was like so successful in crafting a movie like Blood and Blacklace, because he had some practice in these type of like crime type movies to. And by the time he got around to that a year later, he was more ready to inject his own style into it. So I really look at that in the sense as a stepping stone, as a broad Giorgio Giallo type. But this is a cool. I think this one's a little underrated. I never hear this one mentioned.
Yeah, I feel like it is too a little bit actually. Yeah, I mean, at least it has a story where picking out the killer is not obvious at all.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know.
It doesn't feel like a cheat either, where it's like some of these giallos, it's like this guy.
Oh yeah, dude, giallos are like the worst with cheats.
No, I mean it definitely doesn't feel cheap, but like the one question I do have with the reveal of the killer is like, where did that person like where did they go during the whole movie? Yeah,
having a beach day.
Yeah, it's like it's just funny to me, but you think about shit like that, and you're like, yeah, like where did that person go? So, JP, what do you got on it?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Nice, easy watch where I was, invested in the character. And, first I was like, did she, like, is it something where it's in her head or is like she the killer? And then, as it was going on, I didn't think that was the case, but I was curious to see where it was gonna I was honestly curious to see if it was gonna be stupid or not. Like, because so many times with like Italian films in general, like the reveals are so absurd that it's like it makes you laugh. So I was wanting to see if it was gonna be something that made sense. And I like how they did the swerve with the entire time. Like, you're picturing this man that she sees or whatever, which was pretty cool. I didn't see that coming at all. But yeah, I thought it was overall pretty good. And there's like some good like camera work and lighting and like tracking shots and shit like that I liked. John Saxon's awesome.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think the cinematography and the editing in this film is great. Like, it's got fantastic transitions. It's beautifully shot. It's beautifully acted. The story's compelling. It's not like an overly violent film. Like I said, you get to see one aftermath of a death. You don't really get to see it. But it keeps you intrigued. It definitely keeps you intrigued. And I think the reveals actually do work quite well in this movie. I like the incorporation of like having somebody, bringing in the subplot with the guy that went down for the killings originally. And then, the guy that was like, you put him away and shit. He's like, I don't really think this guy actually did the killings and stuff. And that kind of plays into the whole thing. The narrative is really cool. I think it's really cool. I do actually really like the narration. I really like that for some reason. It totally reminds me of old noir films. I think it's fantastic and stuff. It's really one funny thing about this film, like how it ends. I feel like it ends like on a PSA for like, for drug use. That movie is so fucking funny to me. I'm just like, I started laughing so hard at this. I'm like, I didn't even really remember it, but I was like, man, it feels like a PSA announcement. It's like so funny. But overall, really good film, and it's it's like an in and out. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It runs just under 90 minutes. There's not a lot of convolution within the film. Like it's straight up, and it's got a good mystery. There's one, like I said, there's one unintentionally funny moment with John Saxon ruining all the booby traps and stuff like that. But I think the story is really, really good. It's actually quite compelling, and it works.
Honestly, that is kind of a smart thing that she did there too, because it's like you're trying to catch somebody.
Using the talcum powder is such a good idea, because if you're under the duress that someone's coming to kill you and stuff, like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, like you're going to hear somebody if they start tripping over strings and shit. Like that was a good idea.
Absolutely. Yeah, I used to use talcum powder all the time, man, because you get sweaty balls and you don't want rubbage in your thighs and shit like that. So yeah, use that shit. It does a body good. It does a body good.
It would keep you dry for home invasions.
Yeah, exactly. Or Saxon coming in to ruin your whole fucking booby trap setup. That scene is it's so funny to me. But yeah. So I don't remember in the AIP version of the Evil Eye, they must cut out that like whole end scene with the whole marijuana cigarette.
The fuck is the Evil Eye anyway?
That's the American cut or the AIP cut.
No shit, Tyler.
Oh,
I'm saying, like, what is the purpose of that title?
They do allude to the Evil Eye in the film, I think, one time at one point.
Yeah, I thought there was like one bit of dialogue.
Yeah, I think that's where they get that title from. Is like it's mentioned, but yeah,
I forgot that then.
Yeah, there's like a conversation the characters are having, I think, and someone's actually says the Evil Eye.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, man, for a movie that kind of started off the whole Giallo thing, I think this is a pretty good example of it. It's not what everybody has come to know, but I think it's really good. It's a really good film. Good stuff. Mikey, what do you rate this one?
There's a lot to like here. I don't even want to repeat everything I said, just so I don't sound like a broken record, but I'm going to go with an 8 out of 10.
Tyler, what do you got?
I guess this one is solid 7.5 out of 10.
JP.
I'm right with Tyler, 7.5 out of 10.
I am also at an 8 out of 10 on this one. It's good. Solid film.
Nice.
All right, so that is The Girl Who Knew Too Much, aka The Evil Eye, from 1963. 42 shots. All right, so getting into the second featured film here from 1963, we have Black Sabbath.
The good old days when you made an anthology with one director.
And this one is, of course, hosted and stars Boris Karloff in the second segment. So yeah, anthology film from 1963. Synopsis: Boris Karloff hosts a trio of horror stories about a stock call girl, a vampire-like monster who preys on his family, and a nurse who is haunted by her ring's rightful owner. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is an anthology film, and unfortunately, it's just kind of like, it's one of those anthology films that's like has a horror host to it that only appears in the first part of in the beginning of the film, right? So Boris Karloff, in the end, which is like the goofiest shit ever.
But I heard in the AIP version, he's in between the segments.
Yeah, I remember that from the AIP, and that's why I think it runs a little bit longer too. So, but there's no wraparound. It's just him introducing the stories and stuff like that. Me personally, when it comes to anthologies, I like to have like a full on wraparound story. This just seems like a collection of shorts, but it's fine. I'm not like fully opposed to that, but at least it has a host to it. So, JP, I want to start with you. Black Sabbath. What are your thoughts on the telephone?
Well, I'll tell you my thoughts on Black Sabbath first. This is probably my favorite Bava film.
Wow.
I love this thing. I love all three segments. I think it's one of the best anthologies I've ever seen. This is the first time watching.
Isn't it crazy that you just discovered this right now?
Yeah. So the telephone, I think, is a great segment. I think like the first, it's kind of interesting. Like it's very Scream like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very Black Christmas like. I love that. Like I love that trope of like somebody calling you while you're home alone, not near anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The person even says like the police will take longer to get here than it will take me to kill you. Like that's frightening. And then like the reveal of who's on the phone, I thought was awesome. Like it's a cool scene. It's the reveal, like the way it's actually done.
Do you notice
awesome.
a trend within Bava here with like not having your typical reveals?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of interesting, right? Yeah.
Right. So I love the little lesbian angle as well. It just seems so different for 1963 or whatever.
I will say
this is.
in the AIP version, that's completely
I've
removed.
heard that.
It's removed because Americans apparently don't like lesbians. So
Apparently not.
Especially not at that
yeah.
time.
yeah, 1963.
Yeah, and I think
it's pretty taboo. Yeah.
I think it also is the best first segment possible out of these three, like because it's not as scary as the other two or as like it just feels right. Like it feels like I feel like this should be the first segment. It sort of gets you in the mood. It's kind of a simple story, but it has like a couple of like awesome moments that make you like that come as like a surprise.
It makes
like,
sense
even
because
just something simple like where she grabs the knife out of the drawer. Well, first she grabs the spoon out of the drawer when you think she's grabbing the knife, and then she grabs the knife out of the drawer, and then like the way it cuts with the knife in front of her, and she's like, "What are you doing with the knife?" And she puts it under the pillow and stuff like that. It's very well done. It reminded me a lot of like stuff like Trilogy of Terror and anthologies like that, where it's a nice compact little story that has enough suspense, because suspense is hard to do in a short story sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that he does such a great job of like building suspense and cool moments in this one that it's like the perfect opener story.
Yeah, because it runs, a perfect length, like kind of like 25 minutes, because there's not really a lot of like story to it, right? It's more about the thriller aspect.
Yeah,
of
you're already
right?
you're already in it. You're here and you're getting threatening phone calls. Go.
Yeah, but very, very cool, really. Like reveal in the film, though.
Yeah, the reel's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
And just also like the claustrophobic, like you're spending the entire movie in this like house of hers. I like that stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a real life kind of like bump in the night scenarios. Because I remember even being like a kid and just being home alone all night and geeking myself out over nothing.
Uh-huh.
They kind of praise into that sort of thing, where you think you heard something, now you're afraid to go into that room. Stupid shit like that.
Yeah, something kind of interesting that's like maybe lost with like modern technology is like the way in real life, but like especially in horror movies, the way you almost felt trapped by calls coming in on your landline, that like, because like you do have the option of just unplugging the phone, but like you don't want to do that in case you have legitimate calls. So it's like you feel victim to something you have no control over, of just like calls coming in, and like you're slowly more terrorized by it the more it happens.
Also, just
and you can't make sense of it.
Your disconnect from the outside world too. Like now we have with like internet, like we can literally get connection to the outside world in like 30 different ways in like 0.5 seconds. You know what I mean?
Palm of your hand.
Yeah. I feel like that with landlines, it's almost like a softer version of like home invasion, because like your landline is like almost kind of part of your house in a way a cell phone might not feel the same way. So it kind of, and you're supposed to be safe in your house. That's like the one play your castle where you can't be bothered. But with landlines, it's like someone can penetrate your house and get in there and harass you. And
it was your only safety
that's a
line.
very good point. Like
it's your only safety line to the outside world in those days.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was the only way. that you could actually. So yeah, like you talking about unplugging the phone, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, because
it's literally the only way that you can get out to the outside world, which is it's like a scary thought, right? You know what's really interesting about the telephone? It's like, I mean, it obviously has like the lesbian undertones and stuff to it, but it's like one of the sleaziest shorts without being sleazy at all. I mean, the story, the core of the story is like, you know, this call girl that we're following is our main character, put away her pimp basically from her testimony. Like, so there's pimps involved. She's a call girl. There's lesbians. It's like, but this whole story doesn't appear to be like, it's not sleazy at all. It just has like all these type of like sleaze characters and stuff. It's really interesting how it is.
Yeah, some sleazy.
It's done so elegantly. It's done so elegantly. And actually the girl that plays the lead character in this, man, she is so hot, man. That's one thing about like, you know, Italian films in general. They never skimped on just having the most beautiful women ever in their shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was like it got right up to the line of nudity, but there wasn't nudity. But it's almost like designed to be titillating in the same way that if she was actually naked is. Because like, yeah, there'd be shots where like she's in like her nightgown that's just like really short. And
well, there's a great shot of her
scene
when she's sitting there and her straps from her nightgown kind of fall. And you're like, oh, well, if she sits up, we're going to see some titties. But like, it's getting to that point, right? It's playing off the taboo of it, right? And
yeah, there's
really good.
A sense of voyeurism there without like going over the top.
Well, there actually is voyeurism to a point because there's actually like, you know, the dude, there's somebody outside actually like watching her. But that's kind of the trip in the short though too. Pretty cool stuff.
Well, yeah, it reminds you of like later, like obviously way later in the movie, like Scream, where like a prank call goes from like a prank to when he's like, because I want to see what you're whatever. I don't remember the exact dialogue, but I want to see what you're wearing. I don't remember what he said in Scream, but it's kind of similar to this, where like the first couple of times it's like, who the fuck is this asshole? But then as more details start coming out, and that's kind of like where you get like, I'm no longer safe in the place I'm supposed to be safe.
It's amazing how effective the reveal is in this. And it happens so quick. You're just like, damn, really?
Yeah. And honestly, amazing. Like, I like movies and segments and stuff that have this sort of like coincidence factor to them. Like, you ever see the movie I Saw What You Did?
Yep.
Where they're prank calling people and they call somebody who just murdered his wife.
Yeah.
Like, or whatever. Like, I like stuff like that where it's like she did this stuff and coincidentally this guy also is out now.
Right. Yeah. Good stuff on the telephone, man. So the next short is called the Vortlock.
The Vortlock.
And this one is starring Boris Karloff, who plays the father in the film. And it takes place. It's like a period place. It takes place in like 19th century Serbia. And man, I tell you one thing, man. This is one of the most atmospheric shorts or stories you could ever imagine. It's beautiful. It is so incredible. The costumes in this. The photography, the cinematography is so beautiful in this. Like when they get to like the castle, like, oh my God, those scenes are so fucking beautiful, man. It's just crazy. This is really, really good. Like
the scenes of that him like riding through the woods and like just like I love the atmosphere in this shit. I agree with you 100%, dude. Like
and this one doesn't pull any punches, bro. Like this is 1963.
I like this like constant like bluish teal.
That's
like,
what I said.
Almost like tint that it like seems to maintain.
That color like, palette in this is second to none. The
story is actually really good too.
Yeah.
Like I like the like where they're like say like their father left 5 days ago, and if he said if he gets back after midnight, drive a knife through his heart or whatever, and then it's like he gets back at like 12, so it's like you know what I mean, and then it's like he's so scary, bro.
Dude, like, they made him look so sick, like just evil sick, man. Like he looks gross. Oh man. And
then you as a viewer, you don't really know anything about this guy, so like when he says like go kill the dog or whatever, you're like don't know if like that's like a normal behavior from like some 19th century dude who lives out in the woods, or if that's like something off kilter with him. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like it has a great man. I really love this segment. And there's that movie, The Borderlock, from either last year or the year before that was pretty
Last
good
year. Yeah.
as well. But yeah, this is a cool story. I guess based on like a myth, urban legend type thing.
Yeah, it's basically about a dude that's like traveling somewhere or whatever, and he comes across this like the decapitated body, and he basically picks up the body, puts on a horse, and ends up at this house with Boris Karloff's family, and he's been gone for,
And the chicks are hot in this one too.
5 days or whatever, and he kind of sets up shop there and stuff, and then, but yeah, I mean, this one doesn't pull any punches, bro. 1963, and you're killing kids. It's fucking wild, man. It's really crazy how they do that. Like, I remember watching this years ago for the first time. I was like, really? Like, just take out the kid? I'm like, that's crazy.
And also, another thing, like the way when we're talking about how it's shot too, like when he first shows up and they're all standing out front of the house and it's all like foggy and creepy, and then they wait a while to show his face. Like they show his like back and stuff like that, and then you see his face. He's like really white and just like looks disheveled as hell.
The lighting on the Boris Karloff close-ups and stuff it's fantastic. It's just so damn haunting. You know what's really creepy to me is when he grabs the grandson and he's trying to give him kisses and stuff. I don't know how that kid wasn't actually bawling his fucking eyes out on that set. Because it was freaky as hell, man.
He had a marijuana cigarette to calm him down.
Yeah, could you imagine being that kid and looking up at that brutally, like almost dead looking Boris Karloff's face, and like he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you little kisses, sonny." Dude, come on, man, it's freaky as hell. It's really good. It's really good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, this one, you said it was based on like a myth, so probably like why it feels like a fully flushed out story. It looks good, sounds good. Love the sound design, love the atmosphere, cinematography is good. This feels like it's like, even though it's part of a trilogy, it kind of has like that mini epic nature to it. It's like a perfect middle part of a trilogy, I think.
I think they put this one perfectly in the middle. It is the longest. It runs around like 45 minutes or something like that. It's definitely the longest one, but it feels appropriate for the story because it's like it does a couple different locations and things like that, and it's, it doesn't feel drawn out at all. I just feel like it's perfectly set in the middle of this anthology. So
yeah, because I feel like you don't want the epic one to start you off.
No,
like, in that middle section, it's nice because then you're settled in after the first story. It's like, okay, now we're going to give you something a little bigger scale, a bigger story,
right. and it does feel big. It feels big because, like I said, there's multiple locations, but it feels so much bigger than it actually really is. And oh my god, dude. Like a
lot of it feels like a lot of it's on a soundstage, which I like. I
love
most of it is.
Yeah.
It probably
that's why you're allowed to. That's why you can get the atmosphere like as good as it is. Like you have like all that environment.
Dude, they were probably running out of fog machines.
Another thing that's always cracks me up about like these old movies or like even old set period pieces is like whenever there's some dude who's like just shows up and then he's like, I stayed for you. And it's like, this guy, you just met this guy. Like times have changed so much. Anybody in the real world would be like, what the fuck is wrong? This guy's a weirdo, man.
But this is also like 19th century Serbia is like a totally different type of.
That's how women were wooed back in the day. You just say like, I like you.
I showed up here just for you. Oh, really?
Let's get married.
Legs wide open.
I've traveled through many forests. Let's get married. Well, I guess I have no choice.
Yeah. I mean, I love it. Like the opening.
Again, this one also wastes no time. It's like all like story or scene, like something's happening. It's just, there's no downtime. It's just, you're sucked into the story and the atmosphere.
Yeah, like our main character, when he comes across the decapitated body of that like criminal or whatever, I love the way they show, like he kind of lifts up the body and they show like where the decapitated head is, and it's done so elegantly. But it doesn't need to be like over the top and gruesome and stuff like that, but you get exactly what you need from what he's seeing, and it's just like a flash and it works it works so perfectly. I love that. I love that so much.
Like how he tells him to go put the head outside.
Yeah. And then becomes
On a
super
post.
iconic. Like, you know, even my Black Sabbath shirt I just picked up, like, you know, the head, like that's where it comes from, right? You've seen that. Yeah. You know, still, but, and that head does actually look pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it does. They got a nice little mustache on it.
Yeah. It's like being held up by the hair, and it's awesome. It's good stuff. But yeah, the Vortolak, man, this is it's just like it's a short epic. It really is. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so getting into the third and final short, which is called The Drop of Water, which is probably the most famous one, because everyone's probably, if you've never even seen this anthology, you've probably seen clips from
the creepy ass fucking dead body,
the freaky ass fucking old dead lady that dies in this.
Fucking insane.
Dude, it
that
matter.
thing is literally just some like rubber mask, but it is the stuff nightmares are made of.
I'm
and the
telling
way
you,
they
man.
get this thing to move, oh my god, dude. Oh,
I know, man. I know. Dude, it is, you know, the scene in there where like the old lady is kind of coming after our main character. That has got to be a call out to like House on Haunted Hill, right?
Dude, the way she
that
moves,
freaky ass scene from House on Haunted, it's got to be the same.
So.
It totally is, man. It's fucking freaky as hell. But
she sits up. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This segment is genuinely scary.
It is freaky shit, dude. It is like I always love it because like she just died, but it looks like she's been dead for like a fucking 10 years in the bed. Like that look of the body is like, it looks like a corpse. Look. It does. It looks like a petrified look. It's crazy, man. They did such a good job with the design, because that is, you can't unsee it. You'll never forget that image, man. It's so creepy crazy as hell. It's so creepy.
And I love, like, I mean, as Moodz and myself are pretty big fans of like Tales from the Crypt and like EC Comics shit. Like, it's just a classic greed story. Like, I love that shit, man.
Yeah. It does actually feel like a Tales from the Crypt episode, doesn't it?
It's a comeuppance like story, pay for your sins type thing. Yeah. It's very simple, but it's kind of like a good way to end a trilogy, because you just sat through the epic, and now you kind of get your like right into it with the scares, the chills. You've had the thrills. Here come the chills.
And is this the shortest one? It felt like the shortest.
It is the shortest one. Yeah. I love the fly, like just the angle of putting the fly in there. It's so cool because it plays into the end so well. Oh man, so good. Genuinely creepy as fuck. Like, if you want to talk about scary and creepy shit, this is the one.
I'm a sucker for scary and creepy shit.
Yeah, The Drop of Water is it's just done so elegantly. Like it probably only runs maybe 22, 23 minutes, whatever. It's short. It's like watching a sitcom episode. Yeah, it's like watching. Yeah, exactly. Even shorter than that. And
to me, there's no issue with simple if you can make it effective. I mean, it's fine. Sometimes simple can be a drag if it's just not good or interesting, but they hit it out of the park with this simple like type story. And I love like kind of the full circle, because at the end with the main character, when she's on the ground and you get that camera shot, now she has that petrified look where it's damn near almost as creepy too.
Dude, I love that idea of like, you know, she like strangled herself. Like, I love that idea. Like, it's crazy.
It's Telltale Heart.
It really is. It really is. Yeah.
It's the paranoia and the, like, you know, fucking the guilt of it.
Yeah. But just like when the investigators show up and like pry the hands off the throat and shit, I'm like, oh, it's so fucking good.
I love those scenes too, when like in this movie, but like you've seen it in other movies too, where like the aftermath, where like detectives or crime scene people come in and they kind of like give exposition on like their theory of like, this, like, they're just so cool, because like we've just witnessed like kind of like the horror and maybe with touches of supernatural stuff, but then like kind of like the grounded real world people come in with their explanation, and the viewer knows what really happened, but we're gonna go with what the detectives say for the movie, you know. So it's like a cool contrast.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a one of the greatest ways to end off an anthology. And then we get this. Then Boris Karloff's character comes back in, and then it kind of goes into like this real goofy moment where it's like
So weird.
filming the film. It's like, oh my god, dude! I just still to this day I don't understand why they put that in there. It's weird.
I think it's to like relieve the stress of the movie, like the tension.
Probably because all three shorts are so good. Like they're all creepy, genuinely horror films. You know what I mean? Like it's a collection of no misses. High elevated, top shelf shorts that work so damn well. I mean, I can see it. I mean, JP, if you're saying this is your favorite film by Mario Bava,
I think it is.
I can see it. I mean, it's a collection of just no misses. So good.
I think the only way that it could really be better is if it had like a like good story as a wraparound.
Yeah, I think that would be the topper for sure. But, you know, there was no anthologies back in those days that had wraparound stories. There were horror hosts. Or just a collection of shorts. That's all they were.
Yeah, there wasn't a necessary narrator with a reason why you're having the stories presented. It was just the stories.
Yeah, I think it came a little bit later, probably with Hammer, I would assuming. Like when Hammer started doing their big anthology series and stuff like that, that's when it became, I would assume, probably, right? Yeah. But anyways, Black Sabbath, what do you guys, who do I start with, Mike? Tyler, what do you got?
I give Black Sabbath an 8 out of 10.
I give Black Sabbath a 9 out of 10.
I give Black Sabbath a 9.5 out of 10.
I'm going for Black Sabbath and 9 out of 10.
Nice.
You ruined it, Mike.
Oh my God. 0.5 away from the Hall of
Bitch,
Fame.
you ruined it. You gave it an 8.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was in Mike's grasp. He was closer than I was.
No, it's a I love this movie. It's great. It's like that was I was always excited to check it out ever since I watched that anthology Tales of the Uncanny documentary that Severin put out.
Mm-hmm.
And they show like clips from the third segment, and I'm like, damn, that's creepy. So yeah, big positive reaction on this one for myself.
Nice. All right, so that is Black Sabbath from 1963.
42 shots.
All right, so getting into the third and feature film, Mario Bava Volume 3 from 1965, we have Planet of the Vampires. Yeah. All right, synopsis. After landing on a mysterious planet, a team of astronauts begin to turn on each other, swayed by the uncertain influence of the planet and its strange inhabitants. That's pretty accurate, actually. Not bad. So Planet of the Vampires, what's JP? I know you'd never seen this one before. Or no, you said you'd seen this one before.
Yeah, I watched this I think last year.
Okay.
For
Tyler,
the first time.
you had not seen this one before?
No, I've seen this one once before.
Okay. Mike, you'd seen this one before, right?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Okay, so this is all just rewatches for us. Yeah, Planet of the Vampires, man. What's your guys' thoughts on Planet of the Vampires? Mikey, we'll start with you.
I'm a fan of it. I generally speaking, this era, whether it's like kind of sci-fi horror, just sci-fi anything, I get a kick out of it because we're kind of in that space race era where any movie involving like space exploration, planets, aliens, you kind of get this combination of wonderment at the oncoming technology of being able to explore space, but also like this very high concept like imagination of what we're gonna find out there. So like every movie that comes out, it's like completely different of what we're gonna run into when we finally get to another planet and find life. And I love how like stylized this is like the spacesuits they're in, the cinematography. You can see, and like when it comes to the tech, because they're kind of operating off what is modern at the time, but also like what they think is going to look like in the future. So you have, obviously like your huge control boards of just blinking lights.
I love that
do
stuff.
nothing. But
I love how
those are
blinking
my
lights is like
favorite
so
things.
futuristic, right? It's like, why just blinking lights?
I always
works,
wonder
It's supposed
the
to be
people-
buttons.
for the people that were alive in that era, like making movies like this. I always wonder, like, if they were still around now, what they think of the fact that like we have stuff as powerful as like a smartphone, but as far as like space exploration, we haven't advanced, like, because they probably thought at the time, oh, we just got to the moon. In another 50, 60 years, we're going to be
Well, this
all
is
over the
65. I
place,
mean, this
you
is
know?
4 years before the fake landing on the moon. So
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they probably thought, like, because of where our progress was at the time, like, shit, by 2025,
Everybody did. I still
we're gonna
like,
be
even when I was a
colonized
kid, I
everywhere.
thought we're like going to another planets real soon.
explain this to me,
Yeah.
though, man. So if we landed on the moon in 69, I mean, I guess there's not really a lot of reason to go back, but why have we not been back?
One, I don't
Why
think it's easy to
should
do
we?
in the first place.
I think it's
What-
real expensive to do.
Well, I
Yeah.
think they should go back to prove that they went there in the first place.
I don't know if there's much more to
Kubrick
do
is
on the
laughing
moon,
right now,
though,
man.
'cause it's just
Kubrick
a
is
rock.
laughing. He's like, y'all are fucking dummies. It's pretty funny, actually. But
Um,
I'm not even conspiracy theorist, Ben, but I don't think that should happen, bro.
Dude, you're fucking.
well,
It didn't. It didn't. Time
Moodz
code
is-
doesn't lie, man. Time code doesn't lie. Once you know things about time code, it doesn't fucking lie, and there's a big lie there. So,
Moodz is the Earth flat.
is the Earth flat? Fuck no, it's not.
Okay,
we know
I
it's
just-
not fucking
I had
flat.
to. I had to ask the follow-up question.
Just checking.
I don't know how that's a
Relief.
correlation with thinking that the moon landing didn't happen. No, the Earth is not fucking flat. That's these flat Earth people are the
Was
weird-
it was
the-
9/11 an inside job? Moods?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Canada did it. Canada did it.
Canada did it.
Moods, what do you think of
Oh.
chemtrails?
Oh gosh, here we go.
It's every day, every day around here.
What was the one big meme that you always saw? They're turning the frogs gay.
Oh, the Alex Jones thing.
They're turning the frogs gay.
Oh, the chemtrails were turning the frogs gay.
I can't remember if it was related to chemtrails or not, but it was just funny.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, back to the movie. Yeah. I mean, pretty much all what I said. I think it's a fun movie. I think you see influences later on, like kind of like the
Well,
characters
obviously, we see
slowly
Star
turning
Trek later on.
themselves.
I feel like this is like the most 60s pre-Star Trek shit ever.
When did Star Trek start?
It was after 65. Late 60s, I think. I don't know. I'd never watched the original series, but it was not around in 65.
I tried to watch it once and I was like, not for me.
No.
Yeah, I
the
never
original
could get
show?
into it.
But I like watching Planet of the Vampires. I just get like Star Trek vibes. It's like, I mean, we've all seen clips.
66.
Yeah. So like it's yeah, just
Literally the next year.
right. And it kind of feels like that. But I love watching this film because like it feels so damn 60s, but then it also it accentuates like the future. Could you imagine being one of those space technicians up there with those high collars? That shit would drive me fucking nuts, bro. They have collars covering their ears, man. No fucking way I couldn't handle that shit, man.
So like
Very
my
spacey.
general takeaway from this movie is that it is a cheesy like B science fiction film with an extremely competent director.
Yeah, I feel like that too.
I don't
Like-
think it's cheesy at all. I think this movie is
It's
very
It's a
wicked
little fucking
cheesy.
cheesy, bro.
you know what this movie is? It's Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Mario Bava style. It's
You know
it
what
is.
it actually really reminded me of? The Thing from Another World.
See, I don't find it
Little bit.
cheesy because this movie is dead serious. Like there's
Dude,
no
okay. What I'm
comedy
talking
in this
about
film
is, like,
whatsoever.
when they first
There's no
start getting,
comedy.
like attacked by the
Sci-fi
unseen
camp.
force or whatever, and they're like, just hit the button, please.
Okay,
Like,
that's
I'm just like,
unintentionally funny. That's unintentionally.
No,
but,
it's unintentionally cheesy, is what it is.
okay, but I mean,
Yeah,
if you're
just like, dude, look at
if
these
you have
goofy
a
ass
force,
dudes.
if you have a
It
force
looks awesome.
driving
Look
you
at
to
these
do
goofy
crazy
ass
shit,
dudes they're
man.
running around in.
If you have a force
It's the
driving
way
you
that
to do
it's acted.
okay,
Like where like he's like
Fair
hit
enough.
that button and he's like waving to it and it's like, bro, you could literally just hit it yourself at this point because you're like almost there and this guy's like dying.
okay, whatever. I still like the I love the whole idea of like, these earthlings coming to this planet and stuff like that, and this force basically driving them to like, fight each other and fight to the death and stuff like. I like that whole idea of what they're doing. Because they even say it like later on in the film, it's like they were trying to get people there for like centuries, hundreds of years and stuff. They were calling these people for like hundreds of years and stuff like that. So, I mean, I like the whole idea. It's pretty cool.
But I also wonder too.
I love sci-fi movies like this. I'm actually a big fan of like the sci-fi film, and I never really like delve into it, but I love like the imagination that comes with these films.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I love the set design of the planet and stuff like that. It's cool.
Dude,
Got cool
again,
lights and
with the fog
colored
machine,
rocks and shit.
the fog machines, like it never ends in this movie. Like this thing is so atmospheric throughout the whole thing. One of my favorite moments in the film actually is when they discovered like those big ass like alien creatures. They're not really taken back by it too much. They're just like, oh yeah, that's a really big fucking creature right there. It's skeleton. It's like so intensely cool funny to me. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a Twilight Zone episode, like any episode that covered like space or different planets. The way like humans, when they come across like an alien being of any sort, it's just like, oh hey, like here we are. Like let's figure out.
It's
there's
probably
no like
because
fear.
they've seen shit like that before. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's so funny that like when they go into that one kind of cave area and it's like a big like recorder like making noises and shit. What the fuck? It's like such a weird thing that they put in there. I think that's hilarious, but you have to admit though, like this movie is incredibly atmospheric. It's slow and foreboding through the whole film for a reason, right? I think it's really cool that Mario Bava didn't just make like a straight up type, he put a twist into it. And I think it kind of works because you don't really, I mean, for me, the first time I watched this film, I didn't see that shit coming. I didn't see it coming at all. And, in a sense, it's almost like low key, super nihilistic though, too, because of the way it ends up being. But, I love this movie, man. I'm not going to lie. I'm a big fan of this. I think it's one of those films that's like definitely not going to be for everybody because it is slow. But if you like, I said, like if you like slow, atmospheric, foreboding type films, this is definitely for you. I think the sets are great. I think the miniatures that they use are really fucking cool. I think the set designs are fantastic. The costumes are great. Yeah, it has a cheesy factor to it, but I think
camp for sure, campy.
It definitely does, but I don't think it's like over the top bad where you're just like, oh, dude, this is like incredibly fucking cheesy. It's a sci-fi film. It's a sci-fi Italian film that is essentially a Body Snatchers ripoff, but totally done differently. It's in space. Yeah, I think it's really cool.
You brought up nihilism, and I think that's one thing that's understated in a lot of people's not interpretation, but when you come away from a lot of sci-fi movies, especially in this era, it's the gadgetry and like what they thought of tech is cool, and that's like the fun kind of aesthetic. But really, what a lot of sci-fi does, it's turning a mirror on mankind. They're
Right.
doing it through
100%.
like space and aliens and like, oh, these creatures out here, but in a roundabout way, when you get into like the subtext, it's really saying like we're kind of horrible too, and it is in a roundabout way nihilism, like really, because the doom and the dread that we're thinking is coming from these creatures sometimes is like really self-made or self-determined from like our actions. And in these stories, kind of where that switch happens in the subtext, where the mirror fully gets thrown back on mankind, is like when it's done well, it can be like that huge punch to
Right.
like the gut as a viewer, because you're like, they're talking about us.
Right.
Like, really.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, 100%. I mean, I've always been such a big fan of the way this movie wraps itself up and reveals itself. And it's like, oh shit, crazy. You know, I mean, I'm a big fan of these type of films. They're maybe not for everybody, but
I love the soundstage sci-fi schlock. It's fun. It's
I just love the whole like the I was watching this thing yesterday and I was like, you know, like they bury these bodies and stuff and then in these plastics and shit. And I just feel like it almost has like this Hulk Hogan moment where these things rise and like they're ripping plastic off him. Remember when Hulk Hogan ripped his fucking shirt off and stuff?
Yeah.
It's got this Hulk Hogan type aesthetic to it. I'm like, this is so fucking funny. But yeah, really good stuff though. Really good stuff. JP, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's pretty decent. You know, at the beginning, I feel like the cheesiness that I'm talking about kind of is the start of the film, and then it doesn't really hit those same notes of a little cringy at times early on. It kind of levels off and is a little bit more, acting gets a little bit better and stuff like that. I think there are some things in like the spaceship that make it look a little bit cheap at times. But the outside stuff looks great. I think that overall, like the story is pretty like simple, but also like good. I like stuff like this. I like the idea of this planet that existed and is like begging people to like intercept their transmission so that they can, you know, be saved from their perspective.
Yeah, because they're a
and,
dying breed, right?
right. But yeah, I think overall it's a pretty easy watch too. It's entertaining. I like it. In general, I like this 50s, 60s era of sci-fi flicks. So that type of stuff really works for me. I don't think it's like the greatest of these type of movies I've ever seen, but it's pretty solid. And like I said, like the fact that another director could have made this way more cheesy and like
way
bad.
more hokey.
Yeah. Like it's done competently.
It's done dead serious too. That's the thing.
Part
right?
of the charm is that like it's that like all those things where it is like it has the inherent cheese and like these goofy costumes and like these goofy sets, but they do everything to play completely serious and like create this cool like planet surface, these cool like it's got that Italian lighting in it that just really makes it stand out too from all like those like atomic age like soundstage American films that you'd see that are similar to this.
Yeah, the red and green aesthetic to it, the hue that plagues this film is just fantastic. Man. Like every one of the outside scenes, like when they're giving the burial scene to one of their fallen comrades, it's like, wow, man, it just looks so fucking good, dude. It looks so good.
Yeah, I think this era, like it obviously in this movie, but in so much of the sci-fi genre in this era, it's just so high concept because mentioned it before with the space race going on, it opened up possibilities to people. Not necessarily everyone doing space travel, but just the idea of exploring the galaxy. So you had, hey, this is actually possible, but then combine it with B, but we still don't know so much. So it created like in every movie, it was like high concept, but so different from each other and like design and like what we were going to run into. So I think in retrospect, watching it through like a 2025 lens, it definitely comes off more campy because we can look back and say, oh, look how much they got wrong about everything. But at the time, it was probably just wonderment when you went to watch these types of films just to see like how cool and different things are.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Like I'm sure as a kid, like especially kids, like going to watch these sci-fi movies, like you're hearing the news, hey, we're sending rockets up into space. One day we'll be doing this, and then you go to see a movie. Maybe you're not seeing this movie. I don't know if kids are going to see Bava's movie, but just sci-fi movies in general, thinking like, oh my god, am I going to run into that thing like one day?
Yeah, I mean, every time you watch films from the 50s and 60s, man, like that are kind of like set in the future and stuff like, well, not, I mean, I don't really know if it's supposed to be, but just the technology that they're trying to imitate or whatever and stuff. It's always entertaining to see. You know what I mean? It's like, well, there's actually one point in this film where I think they have like a copy machine or some shit like that. And that shit wasn't even like invented till like 10 years later, which is really interesting because they have something there, that wasn't even invented yet, but it's in the film. So that's
Bob is a time traveler, confirmed.
It's kind of cool. So, but yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, I'm a really big fan of this. I mean, this one could have been straight up, but it does have some twists and turns in it, which is pretty interesting. I mean, when you guys first watched this film, did you see that shit coming? Because I didn't.
No,
I totally didn't. Yeah, I kind of did.
Did you? Well, because you're fucking smarter than everybody.
Man, if I could ever get a hold of it for a decent price, I'd rock one of those uniforms for Halloween.
Don't they have similar uniforms to that in that Danger Diabolic movie? I've just seen like art from it. It looks like there's something similar.
Kind of. I would never dude, I don't understand why you would ever want to have a collar that was like covering your ears. Fuck that, man. I couldn't do that shit, man.
It's futuristic.
It's futuristic, but it's annoying as hell.
But it's cool.
So, but yeah, I don't know. Good film. I like it. Who's up for? Do you guys have anything else on it?
No, I don't think so. I think it's me.
Yeah, it's you.
Yeah, Planet of the Vampires. I think it's a pretty cool movie. I liked it last year when I watched it. I feel about the same with it this year. Pretty solid. I give it a 7 out of 10.
Wow. Planet of the Vampires, I'm at a 9. I love it. I think it's great. It's everything I love in a film, man. Super atmospheric. It's got cool little twists and turns in it and shit. It's like, I don't know, man. I love this slow moving forebodingness. That whole kind of nihilistic angle to it is like, I don't know. It's just a fun watch for me, man. It's good stuff. Tyler.
Yeah, the first time I watched this movie, I kind of just thought it was all right. But this time, I think I appreciate it a little bit more. I think I'm a little bit more partial to the craftsmanship of the, like I was saying, the sci-fi soundstage type movies in the era of films from this. But yeah, this is a cool little flick. 6.5 out of 10.
Wow. Mike.
All right. I guess we're all over the place. I'm going to go with an 8. I just love sci-fi from this era, so sci-fi horror even better. I love the sound of it, the look of it. Pretty simple story, but that's okay. I mean, in a high concept movie where I just enjoy looking at it, give me a simple story, and it works. So 8 out of 10.
Yeah, that's respectable. Y'all's are fucking haters with the 6.5 and 7s and shit, man. Whatever. It's pretty bitch mode, guys. Bitch mode right there.
I mean,
but
it's not amazing, bro. Come on.
I love it. I fucking love it. I think it's great. You got to stop watching movies under duress, bro.
Wait, what?
I watched it last year and I gave it a 7 as well. So.
Shit, didn't even go up at all, really, man. I don't know.
No.
7?
You don't see a lot of Italian like sci-fi horror films that are on this level, man. Like, trust me.
Without rewatching it, I probably would have given it like a 5.5, but I liked it more watching it this time.
But your 6.5 is like my 9. So yeah, we're on the same page. We're exactly on the same page.
JP, what's better, this or Badlands?
I give them both a 7. I'd probably say I like Badlands a little bit more.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's it. I gotta see this shit, man, so we can have this conversation on the next Sunday.
He's I'm gonna go see Chainsaw Man. So you'll see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see Chainsaw Man and Badlands, and maybe The Running Man this week too. I might go see 3. Actually,
but you won't be able to see Keeper.
No, not this week.
Sweeper.
So somebody else go see The Running Man because I want to have a conversation.
No.
No, nobody wants to go see The Running Man.
If I go to the movie this week, it's not
I mean, I
super-
have
I'm
to.
probably gonna see Keeper. If
I
go.
feel like I'm obligated to see it because, like I said, it's my favorite Arnie film. So, like, I have to see the remake. So, but whatever.
Ed-
go see you.
Edgar Wright.
I'll go see Die My Lover Begonia.
Yeah, I'm not getting any of that shit. So,
Oh, definitely see Begonia. Then Die My Love. I think that was good too.
I'll
Actually,
see one of those too if I go to the movies.
all right. So that's going to conclude Planet of the Vampires from 1965, and of course, episode 304, Mario Bava Volume 3. Mikey, thanks for stopping in once again. Hope you had a good time. We had a good time. Yeah.
yeah, I drew a good one with Bava. I mean, it's hard to go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's the three of his elitist films. I mean, Black Sabbath is up there for sure, but it was still great watches for sure.
Yep, yeah, and it was a revisit on all of them too. So
Yeah.
it was nice because sometimes when it's a first time watch and then you're ranking them and stuff, I always feel like more pressure on a first time watch because I'm like, was there something I didn't quite grasp? Was there something that I didn't get that a follow up watch would give me? But not in this case.
Right. All right, man. Y'all have anything else, or
One more week.
we got one more week, man? So yeah, so next week we are doing
Beyond the Door.
Beyond the Door trilogy. Holy fuck, I totally forgot what we're doing.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Beyond the Door trilogy, which is such a bizarre thing, and they're all in just name sequels only. So, which we're going to be covering another Mario Bava film next week with Shock. So, Beyond the Door, Shock, and of course, Amok Train. Yeah, good stuff. JP, you seen Amok Train before?
Maybe. I can't remember. Did Joe Bob show it once?
Is that Beyond the Door 3?
Yeah.
From 89? Okay. Well, JP has it rated on Letterboxd as the last drive-in watch in 2023. So
He did show that.
Okay.
Wow.
show that.
I don't remember. Have I logged that? I must have logged that in the last few.
I've only seen Shock.
Oh no, I did. Because when Vinegar Syndrome put out the Blu-ray, I rewatched it because I have the old Shriek Show DVD, which is under Amok Train. So, anyways, yeah, looking forward to that show. That's featuring Tony, of course, from the Sin Bin podcast. And Mikey, thank you once again for stopping in. You got any plugs you want to do? Feel free.
Just look up my stuff. No More Room in Hell podcasts on YouTube. That pretty much covers everything. Even a couple that I'm not personally on, but just under the umbrella. I guess the most consistent one we do right now is Fresh Cuts, which is a weekly where we cover new horror. We give preference to theatrical whenever possible, just because that's usually what's going to be the most conversational with like the masses. But only issue with that is sometimes it leads to like movies we really don't like. But you know, I guess you suffer.
Those are always
for
the funnest reviews, though. To be honest,
you suffer for your craft, right?
yeah.
Yeah, but that's it. Thanks for having me.
Slop.
It's always fun. I'm sure I'll find my way back on here again in the future.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because we're doing Nightmare on Elm Street
Yeah, one
franchise
day.
soon. First show in the new year. No,
I feel like you guys have a rule that every time I ask, it automatically gets pushed out like another 6 months. It's automatic. So I'm like, I should just stop asking.
No, we have a plan for Nightmare and Friday the 13th, which I think is a really good plan. It was JP's idea, and I think it might work pretty well. So it's definitely unique. We got to put a unique twist on it, right? So, but it's probably going to have to be recorded in like 6 different sessions because some of these films is going to be long conversations.
Did any of you get the 4K Nightmare set? Like either one?
I tried to pre-order the Steelbook set, which I didn't really want to, but I couldn't even find a place even to pre-order. It was all done, and I don't really want to buy like just a standard set.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like when the Steelbook sold out like almost immediately when it was announced, I was like, okay, I could buy the standard, but I was trying to hold out to say, oh, maybe there's going to be a second batch, but from what I'm hearing, that's
No, there is
probably
gonna
not
be
the
a
case.
second
Well, there's
batch.
a UK set though
Oh,
too,
they
but
said
that
they
one's
were doing
going
it.
like with the conversion, it's probably about $350 for me to buy, and I'm like,
Oh
fuck
my
that!
God.
I'm not fucking paying $350 for this shit, man.
Because I
Crazy.
feel like as long as the standard set's going to be available for the time being, I'm like, I can hold out hoping more steelbooks come along. And then if too much time goes by, or like again it sells out too fast for me to get a hold of the next batch too, then I'll probably just pull the trigger. Because I do want the set. I mean, Nightmare is my slasher franchise that I like the best. So it's like I will own it on 4K. I'm trying to hold out for like the better, I guess, set as of now.
I just wish they would release the box set in standard Amaray cases, like how they did the Steelbook set, but just with Amarays.
Oh yeah,
I
that would be like a happy medium if they did that.
It would be way cheaper and it'd be awesome. I just want them individual with the artworks. That's it. So it's a lot to ask for. Come on.
I know it's like I feel like no matter what you do with that franchise, it's gonna sell. So like, give us like multiple options.
This is what happens when you have, these big studios putting out, these big editions and stuff. They have no idea. They don't have, like, who the fuck is doing PR for these guys and like all this type of shit, man? Like, are they not in the know?
It just doesn't matter because it's going to sell so well that they can put it in a fucking brown paper bag and people buy it.
Yeah, but why the fuck would they limit it then?
Limit the steelbook version?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why is it sold out? It's a major studio. You guys have the money. Just press up a shitload of them. They would have sold a lot fucking more. There was a lot of people looking for these sets.
They might fucking redo it. I don't know.
But why not do it where you give people the option where Steelbook or Amaray? Standard
I think
keepers.
because they limited it, it sold out like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think it's the same case with the Night of the Living Dead 90 steelbook? Because that sold out
I didn't
before.
even
Same
know
shit.
that
It's
was a thing, dude.
It's the same thing that it's major studios just not knowing. It's fucking bullshit, dude.
Dude,
I'm fine with my Blu-ray copy of that one, honestly.
I'm excited to actually finally get to. I don't have a copy of this, but because I couldn't get one either. But it's the first time it's ever been released uncut. So
Yeah, exactly. And that's
Really?
another one I planned to get,
Yeah.
and then it was sold out. That like as soon as it was
The Night of
announced
the Living
online,
Dead
it was
90?
gone.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's got the added gore in it and everything. Yep.
yeah.
It's the first time it's ever been released. Even Tom Savini it's all approved by him and everything. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that was what the big deal was when I was like, why the fuck are you limiting in this shit, man? Like, let us fucking get the movie. And it was only released in a
That's like
steelbook again.
flashbacks to what was Twilight Time?
Yeah, it's such fucking bullshit. But like,
Twilight Time,
why not
oh my
release
God.
it in a standard like just Amaray keep case? Why just steelbook? Limit the steelbook sold out in fucking 2 minutes, bro. There was nowhere even to pre-order it. It was crazy.
Yeah, because supposedly the pre-order links went up before the announcement even went up. So by the time you read the announcement, it was already gone.
Yeah.
Because that I would buy like Nightmare. I'm holding out for more steelbooks, but the Night of the Living Dead 90, I would just buy the standard if I could. I wouldn't hold out for a steel. I want the steelbook because I like steelbooks.
Yeah.
I don't like them.
That's
at
the thing.
I
I'm a
like
big fan
I
of
like them. I like them, but I do see the argument that unless
I'm
it's a
indifferent.
steelbook, it sits weird on your shelf among like the non-steelbooks.
Most of my steelbooks are just display pieces now, like in my film watching room. They look okay. I just don't want to touch them. You know what I mean? I'd rather just like a normal keep case.
I like the uniformity of them, like sitting together on the shelf, but it's not like a hit. It's like I'll get them when I can, but I also don't want to spend like $15 more for them. They're not that much more worth it to me. But they do go on sale, so
I just realized it's the fucking Grey Cup today. That's how Canadian I am. Didn't even realize the Grey Cup is the Super Bowl of Canadian football.
Dude, come on.
What do you mean?
mean,
Come on.
I understand why you forgot about it because
The CFL is a real league, and they have a final game, which is called the Grey Cup.
wait, you believe in the Grey Cup, but not that we landed on the moon?
The Grey Cup.
I'm not saying I fucking believe. I just said I don't watch CFL at all. I didn't even know the fucking Grey Cup was today because I don't follow CFL football at all. I just saw a post saying, why the fuck did they hire, or why is there an American group playing the CFL halftime show? That is actually kind of fucking funny. That's so Canada. That's so fucking.
Why is there a fucking CFL halftime show?
Bro, come on.
Who's the American group?
I have no idea.
Their halftime.
It's nobody important.
Their halftime show probably got higher ratings than the actual game.
I don't even know. It doesn't.
I just don't understand the CFL thing. Like, why not?
It's
just
no different than the NFL. It's just it's a fucking professional.
Canadians.
It's like half the size, isn't it?
Dude, it's just a professional football league. What do you mean you don't understand it? What's so hard to understand?
Isn't the field like half the size or something?
No, it's actually way fucking bigger.
That was arena. That was arena. I remember.
So the actual field is
football.
110 yards. And it's way wider, and the stupid thing about
the wider thing, yeah.
And it's 110 yards, by the way, and the end zones are so stupid. They're 20 yards instead of 10. And you know what else is goofy about this? The fucking uprights are in the front of the end zone.
I mean, that's how it used to be in American football.
So stupid. CFL is trash. It's garbage. It's stupid, and the balls. It's big fat fucking thing.
It looks stupid.
Like rugby ball.
And they only have 3 downs. And they only have 3 downs. They only have 3 downs.
Stupid shit.
Yeah.
Why not just do what the American football does? It's obviously successful.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because most of the football
league.
Most of the football leagues around here all play Americanized football.
Right. Most fucking people I talk to from Canada watch American fucking football. So it's like make it, like Mike said, make it a feeder league.
Well, I mean, it kind of what I mean.
Warren Moon. Warren
Moon actually is in the CFL Hall of Fame and the NFL.
Wasn't Kurt Warner for a while in there too?
Yeah, I mean, there's been lots of guys that have played in both.
Doug Flutie,
of course.
They're definitely like I think some quarterbacks like from the 80s and 90s they flamed out on their original NFL run and went to CFL and then got poached back over to the NFL.
Yeah. Warren Moon. Like I think he's one of the only players who's in both Hall of Fames. Pretty crazy. But yeah, CFL is fucking goofy, bro. I can't get into it, man. It's not my thing. I mean, we're NFL fans at heart here. I mean, the wife's upstairs watching.
Because it's just a better product.
It's just a better
CFL
game.
Tried to do.
I like the NFL because the smaller field is so much better for hitting, and it's just a better game. It's just a better game.
The best
Plus,
of the best.
Fucking 4 downs is better. Like having 3 downs in
that's
CFL.
An important aspect too.
Like 2 downs, like you get 2 plays and you're kicking on 3rd down. What the fuck, bro? Stupid. Never liked CFL. Never liked it.
Or at least like in the CFL, maybe do no kicking. Do 4 downs and that's it. Like the other team takes over if you don't convert.
Mood 0 to 10. What do you rank the CFL?
Oh fuck! I literally didn't even know it was happening today, so I'm a big fucking 0 out of 10. Useless to me. Not my thing.
Shame for the CFL.
Yeah.
What are the team names? Like the Toronto Icicles or something?
Montreal Alouettes. I know that's one team. You got Saskatchewan. At one point, there was like 8 teams in the CFL, and 2 of them had the same name as the Rough Riders. Is Canada not the most retarded country in the world? You have 8 teams, and 2 of them have the same fucking name. I don't even know.
It's a really cool name.
Oh, it looks like the Saskatchewan Rough Riders won the Grey Cup today.
Did they?
The Saskatchewan.
Because I know they were playing Montreal. Because my uncle, he's like, "Who are you going for?" I'm like, "I didn't even know the fucking game was going on."
How?
I just saw his message right now. That's why I found out. I was like,
"Dude, the Hamilton Tiger Cats."
You might not even have an answer.
What are these? A bunch of middle schools?
The Ottawa Red Blacks. That sounds fucking racist.
Do you know?
Oh, that's like a new name or new team or something like that. Yeah.
Toronto Argonauts. Come on.
Argonauts.
Sounds like a bunch of middle school teams.
Do CFL players make enough to like actually have that be their living?
No. A lot of these guys are making. No, actually, I know a guy that lives in Vancouver who played for the BC Lions. He owns a sandwich shop on on Broadway, and that's like his day job. But then he plays football. Yeah, like he has to have fucking.
These are the worst names I've ever seen for a league. Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Edmonton Elks.
Well, Edmonton used to be called
any moose.
It used to be they used to be called the Eskimos, but that got banned along with that got banned with the Cleveland Indians and the Washington fucking Redskins.
You can't say Eskimo.
That whole thing that happened, the Eskimos got fucking buried on that one. Yeah. So now they're called the Elks, which is so fucking stupid.
Dude, the people that name teams should really be fucking fired, man. These are like team names are so fucking garbage.
Washington Commanders.
NHL,
are you kidding me? That name is horrible.
Good job. Yeah, that name's fucking atrocious.
Fucking trash. You know, there was a time actually when the CFL actually expanded into the States, and there was a couple American teams that played in the CFL for a few years, and one of the American teams actually won the Grey Cup.
The Las Vegas Posse. Okay, I could fuck with that. That was one of the teams from the US.
The Las Vegas Posse.
I think there was a team for Baltimore too.
That sounds like an NFL team or something. Street name.
Well, because there was the USFL too.
The Birmingham Barracudas. Yo. The Memphis Mad Dogs. Okay, like, come on. Where'd all these cool teams go? The Sacktown Gold Miners. Okay, that one doesn't roll off the tongue.
I kind of like that one.
Sacktown Gold Miners actually. Yeah, I mean, that's the 49ers. We had the
Gold Miners,
the 49ers right there.
We had the Surge, too, because I think one was USFL.
The Miami Manatees. That is horrible.
Out of all the things...
I don't even know what the fuck you're listing off right now. Those teams never played in the CFL.
It might be USFL.
It was a proposed team.
Yeah. Because I think there was two. I think one of them was a Baltimore team, which eventually became Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore was the Baltimore Stallions.
Yeah, and then I think... that team folded, and then I think that's around the time the Ravens came in the CFL. I don't know, something like that.
Ottawa Rough Riders.
Yeah. Like so there was Saskatchewan Rough Riders and the Ottawa Rough Riders. There was two teams at one time with the same fucking name.
The Ottawa Renegades.
So goofy.
Oh, how original. The San Antonio Texans.
Wow.
A lot of it sounds like college team.
What the hell is San Antonio Texans? What league is that from?
Montreal Concords. The Atlantic Schooners.
You're just making shit up.
Dude, these are real.
All right. Anyways, that is going to conclude episode 304. Mike, thanks for stopping by. And yeah, man, we'll see you guys next week for the what the fuck show are we doing next? Oh yeah. Dude, my memory is so shit. Beyond the
Your
the
Grey
door
Cup recap episode.
Beyond the Door trilogy, man, which is just in name only. Check you guys later. Deuces.
Peace.
That's all, folks.